Right, welcome back to another episode of the Stock Car Podcast. Today we have one of the top brisket F2 drivers at the moment, and we've got a brand new car sat behind us. You guys would have seen it by the time this podcast comes out, but this is brand spanking new. We've got Charlie Guincahrd 183. Woo! Nice, not too bad, not too bad. Right, thank you very much for letting us come into the workshop. Obviously, we've got the old shell car there, we've got a new shell car here, which we'll get onto. What I'd like to start with at the beginning of the podcast is talk about what I know about you, and then we'll get into your early racing memories with your dad racing, who's just behind Chelsea there. First thing, I know from previous podcasts that you was one of the first Ninja Kart drivers, and then you moved into the National Minis, which you absolutely dominated. I remember, because I'm a bit older than you, but I just remember the National Ministox, you always look at them and you've got drivers coming through, and it was always Charlie Guinchard, absolutely smashing it in the National Minis. Moved into the F2s, and it's been pretty much the same after a couple of years in them, and you've always seemed to have a wing for the last good few years. So we'll move into the early racing memories then. So obviously your dad raced. Was there anything before that? Is there anything you remember of your dad racing?
Yeah, way before that, I'd say my first early racing memory would be possibly my uncle racing in a Mini. I remember we went on Cornwall, went to a holiday in Cornwall, and he was racing his ORC Mini at St Day. I think it was. It would have been something like that. I was only young, but I was always fascinated by him. Don't know why. I still am, but not fascinated by him now, but I always look up to him now. But yeah, always him racing, you know, like going to a Wimbledon on a Sunday. Yep. And I always remember him hitting a post halfway down the straight, and my granddad going absolutely mental because he didn't wear his neck brace, so he had a sore neck. But that's like my early racing memory of him. And then obviously my memory probably got a little bit better as I got a little bit older of my dad racing.
Racing
F2s.
Yeah.
But he did have like a bit of a spell in speed with V8s. Do you remember like at Bovingdon and stuff like that, and Wimbledon? Obviously, I reckon the best memory of my dad racing, which I can vividly remember, and there's a picture of it on Facebook. It was a burning hot day at Northampton in 2006. It was boiling hot, and I remember him winning the World Masters. My dad obviously didn't race like as often as, say, the top boys, but when he did race, he was quite competitive, and obviously on that day he won that. And there's a picture of me and my best mate at the time, Sid. We was sitting on the car, and this year I managed to win that, so it was nice. But the day before was the F1 World Final 2006, which Andy Smith won, and we stayed in a hotel like near Coventry, and it's just like it's just mental that you can remember things, isn't it? Like
there's
things like that.
Certain things you'll always stick with in your head.
Like that, yeah. It was like championships. Obviously, you always dream of winning them, and when you see your dad win one, you know, you get on the pace car with him and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just good in it as a kid. He was like my hero as a kid.
Oh, they are 100%.
Yeah, until obviously I knew who Gordon Moody was. Then he was my hero.
Well, Moody was your hero.
Yeah, like massive Moody fan. Like whoever took Gordon out, I used to be fuming.
And now it's you taking him out.
Yeah, I think it was 2000.
that's the full circle, isn't it?
It's racing, but like, I think it was 2010 at Skeg, wasn't it? When Polly went over the curb at him.
Yeah.
I could have picked Polly up at that time and followed him straight in. I was so pissed off. So pissed off.
So you got a really big memory of your old man winning a championship then. So where did your racing start then?
Oh,
and
God.
When does your dad stop?
My dad... Well, I raced Ninja Karts whilst he raced. So we lived in a house where, like... He surprised me one day with a Ninja Kart, but before that, we used to go racing all the time with him. Mm-hmm. So it was F2s. It was mainly like in the Midlands, I'd say. And obviously Arena was about. So... first Saturday of the year, March, it was always Birmingham, and I think at the time, if we could afford it, we'd try and do a meeting after that. Obviously, like if my dad's trying to chase Red Roof, so I remember that, and then my racing started at the Rolling Thunder show.
They were long days.
They were long days.
It
was like. Days. I think I've still got PTSD from the woman shouting down the thing. Rookie, what was it? Euro rods, if you can line up, please. It's like, God, just Euro rods now. We're on race like 28.
Oh, mate.
But I started then, but it wasn't really planned. We was good friends with a family called the Burtons, and Sid raced go-karts at Rye House, which is not far from our house. Mm-hmm. I always wanted a go-kart, but my dad probably didn't think I was ready. So at the time we had a go-kart at our old house, and he used to take me out the field on the back. I remember, well, all I hear is stories, I don't really remember much about it, but the first time he sat me in it, he said, right, there's your accelerator, there's your brake, do not go full throttle. And as soon as he let go, he had like it on like a strap, and as soon as he like went to hold on to it, I just went flat. And the people running after me, apparently, I can't remember, but I was having the time of my life. I was going around the field and they all shouted, stop. I'm like, yeah, no worries. I'm still going around flat out. So that's my early, like, I think they kind of thought that day, well, God, he actually like...
Yeah, he's got a set.
He's got an interest in it.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it was either football or racing. I'm massively into my football. I'm a massive Arsenal supporter. Oh. I know, but at the time, like, you got to think, like, every kid's dream, I'd say, would be a footballer.
Yeah, when you're in early days in school, yeah.
Yeah. So I was
too shit. I was terrible. That was never my dream, but yeah.
But I was mad into football. Used to play for a local team. I know, like, every kid says they get scouted. It's like a comment, oh yeah, I got scouted, but I genuinely actually did. No, I actually did.
You can back me up there, can't you?
I did, honestly, and it was by the worst team possible. I support Arsenal. And I got scouted by Spurs.
Oh no!
I know. So I got scouted by them.
Did you do it?
I went for a trial. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. They'd done a speed test when I was like 6. Wasn't fast enough.
Oh mate!
I know. It's probably because I got little legs. So it kind of come about. They still carried me on at Spurs. I didn't make it into their like proper team, but I was training with them. And this is where the Rolling Thunder show kind of comes into it, because we used to go watch and stuff like that. We had friends like the Burtons who used to race over there. They used to do a little bit and bob, and the arena's only 20 minutes from where we used to live, up the M25. And Ninja Karts come about. And they were a proper smart little thing. They were like a mini sprint car. Obviously, you had the big sprint cars on at the time.
Yeah.
And they were kind of based off that. And there was only like 8 or 10 of them out. Dean Wood had a few of them at Aldershot. They were racing at Aldershot for a while, but there were different rules. But obviously,
yeah, I remember they weren't the same back then. No.
So Arena was obviously closer, and then Dad obviously must have asked if I wanted to have a go. And as a kid, you're like, oh yeah, but it wasn't as simple as that. I was like a really shy, naive kid. Any noise, used to be scared. Anything like that.
No.
Yeah. So like, oh God, there's so many stories about noise. We won't go into it. But he come back one day and there was a Ninja Kart sitting there, all sign written, with my name on it. And my mate Sid Burton had one as well. We had one sign written by Sound Effects, and they were like, God, you've actually got a car now. So we went practicing at Arena. I was absolutely awful. But where Sid had done the karting at Rye House,
he
run rings around. Yeah, he was a proper good little driver, but he just didn't stick it long enough. So I went to our first meeting. I had a little pool around, but where Sid was so quick, first race he crashed.
Oh no!
Where's me? I'm having the time of my life, just running around at the back, just like literally just going about 2 miles per hour, enjoying myself.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I have a really good memory for that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
because it's so important to know, obviously, where you started and like the drivers I used to race against. Like, well, I started in Ninja Karts. Like, I still race with now. It's mental. You got Sorda, Dan Roots.
Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah, but he used to piss all over everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Finn Sargent.
Yeah,
I think I raced with George Baker.
Yeah,
I think I did.
Stockroad, mate.
Yeah. Tyler Proudlock, who's down Portsmouth way, I think, but he still races now with Speed Boys. But they're still around.
They're still there, yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of had a good go at it. Dad was still racing at the time, so the priority was obviously when he could race. It wasn't like he was racing full time. He'd do the odd Northampton Arena, and yeah, really, we just kind of just slowly got more and more meetings, doing the Rolling Thunder. And then I started getting a little bit better. But it's Ninja Karts. You're only young. Like, honestly, you're racing against you're like that big.
Yeah, literally.
And obviously you slowly learn how to do it, and all you have to do is hold it flat out. It's literally all you have to do in Ninja Kart. Just hold it flat to the floor and just direct it. And once you get the gist of that, it was good. Because I was getting better. I was nowhere near as good as like people like Dan Roots.
Yeah.
But I had a good stint in them. I'd say I was better than Charlie, sorta. Still am, but
I think he'd say that anyway, didn't he? He did say he weren't very good.
He was decent, but I did have a very good car, and he had a home built.
Right.
Car.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but like again, like the times you had as a kid, like you used to go out.
Oh, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like rolling fun the show, as you said, like 20 races between Heat 1 and Heat 2. So you like have a full like football game in the pits with your mates. You know, it's mental.
Did you see potential straight away, Mark?
No, not really.
No.
Not at all. He enjoyed it, giving him the choice whether he wanted to play football or race an Ninja car, and he picked racing.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think that was a good shout. To be fair,
because Spurs went down the drain, and it had no chance there. And if Spurs didn't want me, the team I didn't want them, like I hated the most, they didn't choose me. So I thought,
I might as well try racing then.
yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like where all the memories are made. It's mental. Like you actually look back on it now, it's so good.
100%. Where did the national Ministox come in? Because there would have been Ninja Kart 6 till 10, innit?
Yeah.
And then national minis is it 10 or 11?
At that time, it was 10, wasn't it?
10.
Yeah, but I didn't go in it at 10.
We weren't ready at 10.
I was too
You
small.
weren't?
We bought one, and I sort of made the excuse of doing it up, but taking long to do it because I didn't.
Oh, you wanted to prolong it? You wanted to prolong it, yeah.
So I thought, well, we'll get it ready for his 11th birthday,
Yeah.
and even then was debatable, wasn't it?
It was questionable. The noise thing still frightened me then. Honestly, I was proper mothered as a boy. Yeah.
I'll tell you a story quick. We had 1300 world champion Jacob Bromley on, and whenever it got to night time in the meeting, he would just pull on the middle.
Yeah.
He-
That's like my girlfriend's brother, that is Luke.
Right.
He don't race in Venray in the dark because he's scared of the dark. He doesn't.
It's weird though. He's like, I just go in the middle and cry, and they're like, "Well,
Yeah.
you're right," and he's like, "I don't like the dark."
But it gets like that. Honestly, I remember my first. Honestly, right? No. But when you get like why does everybody start driving like idiots when it goes to the dark?
I don't know.
Like you put your visor down, you can't really see much, and everyone starts jumping over the curb here. What's the point? I don't see what the difference is if it's daylight or the dark.
I don't know.
But as a kid though, it is a bit more intimidating.
Yeah.
Because when you're like a white top and like you see like flashing lights in the dark, it gets brighter. Oh fucking!
They're coming.
Better get out of the way now.
They're coming.
Yeah. And then you end up getting in the way and getting in events.
Yeah.
But the minis started. It was either a choice when the minis was there. Obviously, when my uncle done ORC, my dad had quite a bit of knowledge about them because he helped my granddad and stuff with. Well, he probably actually done most of the car, didn't you, with Ben?
Not the bit when you got called cheating.
We keep that bit out.
But yeah, so he had a bit of knowledge about them. They were probably a bit cheaper.
Oh, 100% at that
Yeah.
time they was
But
definitely
yeah,
cheaper.
but to be fair, the national minis weren't that expensive when we first joined because it was still at that more reasonably priced sort of thing. Definitely more expensive, but not like now.
yeah.
So it was either a choice of that, but I was obviously friends with Charlie Sauder, and all my mates were Brisker Mini lads, and I was like, I just really want a Brisker Mini.
That's the thing when you're a kid though. It's
You don't
more,
think about the racing
it's,
at all.
It's more about your mates. You want to be
Yeah.
with your mates.
And like when you go to a commentary on a Saturday night before racing even started, you like before I even started racing minis, all my mates were there. And we was like playing football whilst their dads are racing Formula Ones, and like my dad's in the bar. You know, it was just class. So obviously I always wanted a Brisker Mini. As well as that, because they were mainly on with like F1s and F2s,
Yeah.
which are the formulas I obviously followed, mainly F2s, not Formula 1s.
Yeah.
So I remember being at my granddad's house, and I was on the National Ministox Club website, and I was scouting about for cars, right, at the age of like 9 or 10. I remember like spamming my dad links, going, this one looks all right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at. Looking at Simon.
Just shiny.
Literally
It's just shiny.
Literally just looking at something. Yeah, look, this looks all right. Ain't that expensive either. He's like, all right, Christ. And then I remember our old house used to be like the kitchen here, and my dad built a garage on the side. And I didn't know I remember he had to go pick up his new RCE, and at the same time he picked up a Mini for me. So I come walking out, then I had no clue, and that was it. There was a Mini sitting
Was
there.
there
Yeah, but obviously, as he said,
for your 11th?
he prolonged it because I was again naive. And I really wasn't ready for it.
No.
Not at all. So that's how it all started. He spent a lot of time doing it. Obviously, previously, but before obviously all the cameras started. But that was the time my dad's car was painted white and red.
Yeah.
So he done the Mini the same. So it was like red shell with white underneath it and then black chassis. It was absolutely pucker. It was like the best looking car I'd say I've ever had. It was just the amount of time he spent on it, obviously to make sure I wasn't racing when I was 10.
Yeah.
But it looked...
Spent every little every little nook and cranny he could do on it, he done.
Yeah, and it was, honestly, I remember, you take it for granted now, but when you look at it, like, from like now, it's like, what a memory. Like, I had basically a matching car nearly to my dad.
Walking out and seeing that.
Yeah,
That'd be
pucker.
Yeah.
I remember. And then obviously I raced it.
Was that a brand new one?
No, we bought it off of, it was Hayley Williams' car, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which was Jack Aldridge's world winner in 2007, wasn't it?
It wasn't the best, but it was a good car.
Yeah. Well, you spent a load of time on it, making sure it's right anyway.
Well, well, he says that, right?
Yeah.
Right. But this is where it comes into my first meeting, right? So I'm this big. I'm shit scared of noise. My arms are small. I have to get him to steer it through the pits because I can't steer it because I'm that nervous as well. I'm shaking, but got to do it. My mates are at racing, aren't they? So I've got to do it. I went out for my first race. It was a wet Skegness in October when my birthday is. So I've gone out F1s run, big crowd. Probably spun it out, but I finished the first couple of races. Come to the last race. My mum never goes racing. She never did when I went to Ninja Karts because she's so nervous. I get pull out the pit gate, running around, went to line up, dunk, wheel fell off.
Oh no! Oh no!
Before race even started, I'm thinking, oh, thank God for that. I'm like, oh, thank God for that. It got me out of a sticky one there. Christ, can't load her up, Dad.
Oh, she's annihilated. No, it's no good.
Yeah, no, like, do you want me to put the wheel back on? Forget it. It's finished. The car's scrap, mate. Load her on. So there's a picture of me. It came off on Facebook the other week. I've got these yellow and black overalls on with the biggest dealer boots. I probably didn't even fit, right? Just walking across the track like I'm the man, like, oh, my wheels fell off.
Yes, so we've got to race it.
That's it, yes. And then it all went from there, really. Like, I think as a kid, the more you put them in the seat, the less nervous they are.
Yeah.
So straight away, I think you must have took me to like a Birmingham or something. And then he took, it was obviously off novice, so it wasn't anything competitive. I just started as you do.
Yeah.
Went to a Birmingham.
You would have had a bit of racecraft, obviously, from the Ninja.
Oh, no, it all went out the window.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it all went out the window. I don't remember. Honestly, I wasn't, I'd say I wasn't like, you know when you look at some people and go, like, wow, they've got a talent. I don't think I naturally had anything. I think it's over years you just build up.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I started with anything like that because obviously I was so bad. But he took me to a Coventry, right? Children in Need meeting. It was on a Friday. Went to Wimbledon the week before, and Polly's there. We need 10-inch wheels. He goes, listen, if you want to do Coventry next week, we're going to need to go to Polly and buy 10-inch wheels. So I'm sitting there in the bar, I'm thinking, oh God, do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? And by the end of it, he went, oh, do you know what, mate? I'm just buying them with the tyres, the lot. He goes, we're going. Right, no worries. So we turn up, no shower experience. My dad very rarely raced shower. My uncle in the F2s used to race a bit of shower when there was a championship. He was fairly decent, but nothing like what these minis are now.
Yeah.
We've pulled up 10-inch Yokohamas, and it is absolutely levering it down the rain, right?
Oh, no.
All these other northern boys have got all the hackers on, like the big autograph
The chunky things.
Yeah, well, I'm going out on basically like 10-inch Yokohamas as a novice. No clue what to do on shower. I got nervous the first race. I pulled off because my goggles steamed up before whatever's going on here. So I pulled off. I thought, that is not for me. Get them cleaned, real. Christ. So he's gone, what have you pulled off for? I said, because I can't see. He goes, because you've breathed on them. Like, well, you know when you pull your goggles down?
Yeah.
And I've gone, whoa, what's going on here? I didn't have the brain to think, just wipe your goggles. Sent me out on the next race. It's rained even more. And I remember pushing past Frankie Wayman because I was out of control.
Oh, wow.
On the tyres, on the stick. I'm just wheel spinning. I've kept it flat. Dunk. As a novice, I've gone past him. Oh, no. So I just quickly escaped off the infield. That ain't for me. But
just done the world champ probably at the time.
He was literally the world champion at the time. I think he won it at Barford that year.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, so but again, it's like you look back on that and go, wow, like what a great memory. I had literally no experience. I was so frightened and so scared. You can say it now. At the time, I was like, yeah, you'd pulled off card, misfire. But you actually look back at it and go, yeah, I probably was really, really nervous. But as a kid, it's good to be pushed into moments. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And then you have a look, obviously, probably get onto it, but at the end of a mini-stock career, like night and day different.
Yeah.
But I grew up with, like, when I first started, like, the drivers in it was mental. You had, like,
top tier.
Yeah, Courtney Finicum. You had Frankie Wayman. Ollie Spencer, which used to race F1s. All these drivers. And, like, I was little Charlie from Chesham. It was just mental, absolutely mental.
That's the good thing about minis though, because everyone's got to retire.
Yeah,
it's not like an F2 F1 where they can dominate for years.
No.
You only get your stint and then you go, and then it's just constantly going like that.
Well, that's what, like, you kind of got a proper insight what minis was about when it comes to the last gala night, because someone always is going to be 16 between November and March. So they're retiring and they owe someone.
Yeah.
Right? So like you'd be racing around and all you hear is you're like, oh, whatever's going on here? And they pick someone up, follow them in, full chat. It's like, oh, what have they done that for? But you won't see them again. So they've got their payback in their last meeting.
And normally if you get a 6-month ban, it's the winter anyway.
Yeah, literally. So it didn't really matter. But that's when when they got to that age, you knew it was always going to get a bit spicy.
Yeah.
And I was just young Charlie, just literally just trundling around at the back. But I did get better. I did. It was
a slow progress as opposed to some people would jump in it straight to red roof and, maybe struggle a little bit from red for a bit and then crack on. But you was slow.
The only thing I would say, minis were a lot harder back then. It was old, rough. F1 boys were their dads. And they were all like northern, where they raced at a dirty Sheffield or a dirty Bellevue. And they had to like to win, they'd have to ride up each other's nerf rails and stuff like that, but they were like born and bred to do that. Whereas I probably wasn't like that. Like none of my family have been like a hard northern stock car driver, because the majority of national mini stock meetings were in the north. Yeah. So you're racing against all northerners. It was me, like Sorda, and a few other southern drivers, which really
they was all sons and daughters of F1
so
drivers.
Like Frank, people like Les Spencer, obviously Ollie Spencer, Jess Smith, Andy Smith. Obviously, I don't think she was probably particularly hard, but you have a look at Matt Venables of Ian Venables. He was like honestly, the height of him at the age of like 13 was like the same height as my dad now. It was like meant to, but when you're a kid and you're looking up to him, going, "God, I don't want him to hit me," because he looks like an adult. But when you're racing against them, they were so hard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not just competitive, they were hard stock car drivers. Yeah. Even at that age.
Yeah. Like I'd done a Christmas meeting as a novice. It was my second to last meeting as a novice. And I remember listening to Matthew Venables' engine, and he was fearless because he was flat to the floor the whole way round in a wet Coventry, and they had a marker tyre to cover a bump, right? And he was going round the bump, flat to the floor. There's only 3 finished. He was flat to, he lapped me like 5 times, and I still finished third.
Okay,
but like you could hear it coming past. He's not off, like, not off the throttle, and that's where it's hard to find. Obviously, as a kid, once you kind of get past that feared stage a little bit, and you get into a bit of rough and ready racing, and you crash a few times, and you get over that, you then start getting to the good bit of your mini stock career.
Yeah, 100%. You have to get a couple of crashes out of the way to know that you're not going to get killed or hurt.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I didn't really have that though, but obviously where I raced Ninja Karts, and obviously I jumped in a mini, and as a novice you can't get hit. When you take your boards off, it's another ball game again, because you'll go to a Buxton and it'll be foggy at the end of the straight, and like just out of nowhere, bang. But you have to obviously do more meetings to get over that. So obviously the next year started, I was a white top, and we actually done all right. I actually did okay. My dad bought me a shell car in the winter because he loved the tarmac car that much. I don't think he wanted to get it dirty really. So I raced that in 2013. He bought me a shell car, but it was a proper mini shell car. It was rough and ready, wasn't it? It was proper. So like all the shell was caved in. I remember he drove it into the garage. He had a nightmare picking it up. He broke his toe picking it up with a trailer, falling on his toe. Right. He was screwing this car from the day we got it. Right. So he had it all signed for me. It was like a proper. It was in red oxide.
Oh no!
It was proper.
That's a proper shell bus.
It was a proper car, right? So, first meeting, Buxton, I just raced with boards because I wanted to get novice of the year. Next meeting was a Bellevue, so we got in this car. Never done shell in a proper shell car. So I'm coming in off white top, throwing it in. I'll probably hit a post or something. But it started to get like I was doing all right. I then went to a Skegness on a Saturday. And out of nowhere, I just kept going round and kept going round. Managed to win. Like literally out of nowhere, just managed to win. And this is within the first grading period. So like, oh God, Christ, like I won my first race here. We've got Stoke tomorrow. If we have a good cut of points around here, we might actually be able to get up the grades. Went to Stoke the next day, and what a nightmare. Rolled over by myself.
Oh no.
Rolled into a marker tyre. I fell into the marker tyre.
How?
So there was a bit... He put like a 17-inch steering wheel on it, right? And little arms Charlie over here. He's going around like that, driving a bus. So I'm going that left, right.
Is that so he could steer it?
Yeah.
But then but then I couldn't steer it. So I've come off the corner.
It's too big to steer.
It's full lock left. Because like obviously with a bigger steering wheel like that and you full lock.
Yeah.
And I've come off the corner, I've gone, Christ, I ain't getting that bit quick enough. So I'm like trying to feed it back. By that time I'm like in the air like that and I've gone flop. And I fell into a marker tyre. Just literally sitting there in the marker tyre. But so I'm like, oh Christ, I'm not even going to get up the grades now. I've crashed by myself. But we carried on going. And my first grading period, I was enough to be a red top. Because you're racing the whole time off white. But you couldn't go up 3 grades.
So you can only go up 2, innit?
So I went to blue.
Yeah.
And that was probably the best thing for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I spent most of that season doing what every other kid does and just, like when you first start, crashing. Like I don't know how many side irons he put on that mini that year. But it was always me getting half spun, collected through the side, thumbs down, in the ambulance. You're right, Charlie?
No.
Yeah, because I was still a little bit nervous. And again, the more you do of it, you just kind of phase out, yeah. But that was that season anyway.
So stuck in blue, basically.
Stuck in blue.
Like most people do get.
But I think I probably exceeded the car then. The car was good, but where I had so many crashes...
Both?
Yeah, the shell car was good. But there's a story with that shell car. That actually... that done me good, that car. It was... right. But well, both of my cars
It was a nail, Mark just said.
We got really, really friendly with Billy Webster, who raced F2s now, Mark, and Amy, because Amy was racing.
They were the ones back then, weren't they?
So I raced with Amy. Her and Courtney Finicum, right? If you come anywhere near them on a track, I used to like literally shit myself because they were so hard. You know, like when someone hits you and you know it's a little tap, you're out of the way, but they used to come in and you go, oh, dong.
Full chat.
Whoa, all right, sorry, I'll just get away. I was only a blue top. But anyway, I was just, my dad got really friendly with them and he decided to get me a Webster Mini. We went up there, spent the day with them, had my seat fitting. This is funny, right? So you know, like, do you have Savoloys where you are?
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever asked a Northerner if they've ever had Savaloy?
No.
This is funny, right? So I was 12, and they said, right, we're going to the fish and chip shop for lunch. What do you want? Dad's gone, I'll have fish and chips, please. Me mechanic, the old boy John, he said, what do you have? And Billy asked me, what do you want, Charlie? I went, Savaloy and chips. And they all turned round at the same time and went, you what? Savaloy? I went, yes, it's like Savaloy. The red sausage. Is that
a Savaloy?
Yeah, a Savaloy.
Fish and chip, Savaloy.
Not got a clue, mate. Because you can have a sausage. Savaloy. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. So, spent the day with them. Ended up, the sausage made me ill on the way home.
Oh, no.
Spewed up on the way home.
Should have had a Savaloy.
Nightmare.
Should have had a Savaloy.
I reckon you'd be a millionaire if you sold Savaloys up north. They don't do it.
I didn't know they didn't have it up there. No.
It's either pie or
fucking gravy.
Yeah, Newcastle brown, isn't it?
Gravy.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. What else? It's all a load of shit up there, isn't it? So yeah, I went to Webster's. They built us this lovely new Mini. Dad worked all winter to get it ready. Proper bit of kit. Had like RC copy of F2 pedals in it. So like, it was one of the first Minis to have floor mounted pedals.
Yeah.
So like my dad built this like
pedal box.
Yeah, well no, but it was like a footrest. So I sat down, and most Minis you sit on it and you press the pedals like that.
Yeah.
My legs were flat, like a hot rod. So
Yeah,
you'd, like, race,
so the pedal box was up like that?
Literally like that, yeah. And we was one of the first people to have it. Oh man, what a difference it made. Once you have a bit of confidence in a car that was really quick. Went to the first meeting. I was really nervous still because when you get a better car, it probably adds a bit more pressure onto you.
100%. Especially if your old man spent all winter building it up.
But we went testing at Birmingham in the Wednesdays. Remember they used to do the Wednesday testings? Went there, was happy with it. Went to a Buxton. I won both heats.
Oh, wow.
Put myself on pole for the championship. I actually, at the time I probably wouldn't admit it. First bend I probably moved out of the way of the silver top. But as I moved out of the way, I sat behind the whole race. I didn't have the balls to hit him.
Oh, no.
So I got second in the championship. But like the difference between the old car and me to another year a bit older and the new car, night and day.
The thing is, coming out hitting the ground running with that car, that your confidence, and after that meeting, keeping up with, even though you didn't hit him, but the confidence you'd have had sitting behind the silver roof and knowing you could have won that.
Well, I was buzzing with myself.
Your confidence would just skyrocket as a kid.
And what's weird, do you remember that film, Nicky Lauda and...
Rush.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I watched that the night before, right? And I was adamant for 2 years. That's what made me quick, because I watched it. And then it was like, like you have a lucky pair of pants?
Yeah.
That was my lucky film, and I used to watch it before every race day. It never made any difference at all. But I used to watch it, and I was like,
Rush?
Yeah.
Which one was you? Who was you?
None of them. I just
Oh,
loved
right.
it. Hopefully not James Hunt, because he was a bit of a stud, wasn't he? But yeah, so again, first grading period, done really well. Dad done the shell car up at this point, which was my tarmac car, the nice tarmac car, which
Change
was
that into the
battered,
shell.
which was a shell car.
Yeah.
Done all that up and got Superstar. So I got Superstar in 2014, and it was a pretty competitive season, to be fair. We raced and I never won a final, did I, in tarmac?
No, it was mad because the car dominated everywhere. It just couldn't get a final.
You couldn't win.
So it seems to be the way sometimes, though.
It come to the shower and I could, which was completely different because obviously us as a family, we're not shower drivers.
No.
We're more predominantly tarmac. So tarmac car was so good. It was actually probably too good for me at that time in my career. Well, I actually ended up having that for the rest of my career. And obviously, yeah, I've done a few races. Never won anything big. I put myself on pole for the British that year. Amy Webster won it. I got put in first corner in the wet, but come back to third. So
Nice.
that was good. And obviously, as a kid, like I was only 12, and I was like, God, you've got a place in the championship. And now I'm taking it more and more seriously. I'm like, wow, if I can get third in that, what if I like?
That's what I'm saying. The confidence just...
Yeah. And it was always my dad pushing me because he was like, you can do it. Like, you actually can. And when you get a bit of confidence and you're racing with the big boys and you're hitting them out wide, they're giving it you back. You're like, no, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to get you back. That little bit of me come about them. So I had a bit of a rough spell between like June to September. But the World Final was at Northampton. Have you seen the video in 2014?
What, the mad one where it's like 10 different leaders?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
I was in that.
That's
And I got
proper,
the-
that
And I
is.
got the lead of it. So I'm racing around, and I actually thought to myself that day, this is going to happen, because it all just felt too good to be true. And I honestly believe I would have won it, right? My engine started blowing up with 5 to go. And as I come across the line, it went bang. So I had literally half power the whole way round. I was right behind the boys who were in the front. Could have gone in for a last bender, but I had no power. So I'm flat to the floor. As I come across the line, bang. I was absolutely heartbroken as a kid, but like my dad was really happy because he was like, "Wow, like, I've never seen you drive like that."
Yeah.
you was up there.
competing,
You could do it. Now let's think on to next year. Let's go try and do it next year. So I've done a few meetings at the end of 2014, but honestly, it was so disheartening. So I wasn't really that interested.
Well, it
2015,
got to you that bad?
it does because it's either win or nothing for me. If I don't win, I'm fuming. Not like a bad sportsman, but like I feel like I've let myself down. Just because I know how much effort he puts in and the rest of the boys in the garage.
But when your engine blows up, you didn't make a mistake.
No, but I won't talk about it, but I was absolutely fuming with the engine builder. Because
Oh,
it was a brand new engine for that.
Ah, right.
It was a brand new engine, wasn't it?
We put it in for that meeting.
Put it in for that meeting.
Oh, no, and it went bang.
Yeah, not even 20 laps.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I was fuming with the engine builder, but obviously would never tell him that as a kid. But yeah, you look back on it now and you go, why did you ever do that? As us, why did we ever do that?
Yeah. Biggest race of the year, and you put an engine you've not tested yet.
We did test it for about 5 laps, didn't we?
Yeah.
Before.
Just to make sure it didn't go.
But if I didn't go testing, I would have won it.
Yeah. You can look at it either way, can't you?
So like he's screwing me because we gone testing in the rain, right? We was pissing down, absolutely chucking it down. Most pointless test ever because I was going around like a snail. And he said, "Well, yeah, all right, okay, put it on the trailer." We went to watch the F1 World Final that evening, didn't we? And it was the next day. Completely pointless doing it. Went there, raced. It was probably one of the best mini races you ever see.
It is, yeah.
And then blew up. So that, yeah. Anyway, so done all that. Didn't really. There was nothing to shout about really. At the end of 2014, you then get to 2015, and that's where it gets a bit tasty. So
So will you be 13, 14?
2015, I would have been 13 going and 14 in October. Yeah, so I would have been 13. That's it gets tasty then. That's where the rivalries start, and I'm getting older, and I'm growing a set.
Well, as you say, the older ones are now gone.
The older ones are now gone, and
you're
I'm
coming.
getting there, yeah. So
That's what I love about minis. It's just brilliant.
yeah, they're really good at the minute though, aren't they? Did you see Harry Sauter win?
I haven't seen the race yet, but I see him win it, yeah.
Mental. Like the race car for kids is just wild. But 2015, I remember seeing Courtney Witz's car in a show. It really bothered me. Like really bothered me. So I'm like, wow, that's nice, isn't it? So I think
Was it the gold one?
it was the orange one. So first lap.
Orange and white. Was it
Yeah.
orange and white?
Yeah,
Fucking
first lap.
smart, wasn't it?
First meeting at Buxton, straight in. I did not let off. She still absolutely drove around the outside of me and won.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that set the start like a stone for like the rest of the year. But That's where I started getting a bit rougher.
Because you're getting beat by birds. So
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, but again, though, like there isn't really a difference between a man and a woman in stock cars, is there? Like it's always one, isn't it? But she was really quick the year before. She was a year older than me, so she had that year. But that's obviously where the rivalry started between me and her.
The thing is, the birds in there are just class, weren't they? And seem to be in national minis. They're all rapid.
Yeah,
absolutely rapid.
They're just same as us, aren't they? It's just flat to floor it and go. But yeah, minis have produced some really great racers, like mini lady racers class. You know, you had Sophie Maynard win European, Jess Smith, Amy Webster, Courtney. I don't care what Amy said. I think Courtney Finnegan is the best lady racer. I'm going to put it out there. There you go. Because she used to scare me as a kid. Honestly. How many times did she bully me when I was like 11? But not like out of a malicious way. Yeah. Just
being a hard stock
like
car
I'm
driver.
up the inside as a blue top, and she's like, Charlie, I don't even know why you're attempting it. Up the curb, wheel off.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But 2015 was a really competitive era. You had obviously loads of good drivers. And I started getting a bit better. I was up to Superstar, held Superstar, won a few finals. I think I probably got banned in April. So that hindered me for the British, wasn't it? When I got banned in 2015. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What did you get banned for?
Oh, just being a hormonal kid, I think. I got followed in. You look at it now and go, I can exactly see why you got followed in, Charlie. But at the time, you're like, why did you follow me in?
Yeah.
So I got followed in full chat. And I got out of my car, said a few words. So it was just so stupid. You look at it now, you're like, why did you do that? Because now, like, you've ruined your chances for championship because I missed the British and it was at Northampton, one of the local ones. So I got banned for like a month, missed that in the UK Open. Come back, we was all right. I come back at a Coventry. We'd done decent, pretty good. And then we went to Holland for the first time. First time abroad racing. No, we went to Isle of Man. Isle of Man was before that.
Yeah, because they got the championship every year there, haven't they?
Yeah, it's stopped now. But it was honestly, the Isle of Man racing, how good was it?
You'd all go, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was the best. Right, you know, like we was talking about earlier about the floodlights and stuff like that, right? The Isle of Man, you'd come down the straight, you could not see what was in front of you. But there was like going down the home straight, where the starter's rostrum was, you'd go down the straight, and there was this post hanging out the ground, right, out of nowhere. And it would go fence. If you hit that post, you was writing the whole car off. And then because it was one car width, you're taking everyone else behind you out as well, right? So I went there with no expectations. Proper stock car track. We watched F2s, there was followings. It was so good, rough and ready. And it's a good week because you get, where you're racing every weekend in the Mini, you also get that bit of time off. So you're racing one night, when you're off a night, when you're racing
again. It's in the week, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's like in school holidays. But it was so good. Such a cool little island.
Especially for all the kids to go out together as well.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Oh, no?
Yeah, I did socialise at that point. But as I got older, I didn't really socialise with them.
Right.
Come there to race, not come here for a barbecue and beers.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Got ya.
Which is probably the wrong attitude, but where you spend so much time in the garage and stuff like that, you only go to do one thing. I don't really, probably wrong attitude, but it's just the way we are. But in 2015, I did socialise and went to the beach. It was really good.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't know why I don't do that anymore.
Really good. Obviously, all my mates are there.
Yeah.
And I was leading the points to the last meeting. Right, and I was like 10 points ahead. All I had to do was finish every race. Blew a gearbox first lap.
No.
Yeah, it was gutting. That was like my first chance of a championship gone. I was absolutely, we all was, because it was like a proper hard-fought points title over 3 meetings. I put myself at the top going into the last meeting. All I had to do was finish, and no one at that time would have followed me in. No one would have took me out. No one would have gone for it. All I had to do was finish. I even tried running around in 3rd or 4th gear or something in a Mini. Nothing. Couldn't do it. So that was it. It was
finished.
away. Yeah, and then the problem is, because you're all mates, the person who won it, you are happy for him. It was Cammy Durrell at the time. I was really happy for him. But then you got to spend the 3-hour boat trip home with them, and the swords with her, which you get a long sword, the Iron Man sword, and she's literally hugging it I'm looking at it, and she's hugging it on the boat.
That should have been mine.
Yeah, literally, you're looking at it like, wow, yeah, thanks for that. Cheers. No stress.
You're just giving her evils across the table.
But like the boat to the Isle of Man is so bumpy, right? And it's going up and down, up and down. I'm like, yeah, I'm literally going to grab it in a minute, and that's going to be mine. And then in a minute, we're going to get off, go in the van, and I'm going south, and you're not going to catch us, not a chance. But so that was that, and devastating. But we went to Holland, and I won my first championship there. It wasn't really an entertaining race. I drove like a bit of an idiot.
What was it over there? Because it's the European. Oh, it was the European.
Yeah, it was the second time it ran. We never went the first year.
Yeah.
In 2014, went to 2015. Out of nowhere, never won a final on tarmac. Boom.
Still.
Yeah, that was my first one. And then it all started coming then. Just randomly out of nowhere, I was driving like an absolute helmet in Heat 1 and Heat 2. He gave me a stern telling off. And I just literally drove without hitting anything, and he ended up winning. So he was mega chuffed. It was probably one of the best moments in my career, but it was not eventful or anything. It was just knock someone out wide.
It was a boring race, but you've done the job.
I mean, it was good because never won a tarmac final. My dad was there. He ran on track. His ovals fell down, and the whole Dutch crowd went mental. You know what they're like? So he had these blue ovals. And he's like running to me, going, "Yeah," like that. He's grabbed the trophy, and the crowd going, "Way," like that. And he's tied his ovals around his waist, and they've gone straight down. So they're all laughing at him. But like, again, good memories.
That crowd's ruthless there, isn't it? For that World Cup weekend.
Unbelievable though, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Proper racing.
We got to experience that last year, didn't we?
I remember seeing you in the queue for I don't know what you was having. Some good food there though, isn't it?
Really
Chicken burgers.
Food. Chicken burgers and chips with mayo.
That's it, mayonnaise.
Quality.
So yeah, won that. Nothing else really. I got on the front row of the world final. That was probably the start of the point in my mini career where there was a bit of a divide with us and them with the committee.
That seems to be a common thing with the Ministox. A lot of people I've spoke to, there seems to be obviously a certain driver or a couple of drivers always, no matter what area you're in, it's always the same.
Yeah, it's probably just been sorted though, to be fair.
No, there's been a few that we've spoken to as well.
Coventry World Final, right? I took my tarmac car. Never raced it on Shao, but my Shao car wasn't very good at that time. Went with the tarmac car, and they said they weren't going to water it. They did. They watered it.
It come through in the post and said, it's going to be race whatever, say race 6, there'll be no water on the track from race 3. So you know you've got 3 races before we go out.
So she's going to be dry.
So we took the gamble and took tarmac car, which if it didn't water it, it would have been quick.
But we didn't turn up till late because my dad had to work. So priorities there where he had to work. I was obviously all a little bit stressed and flustered, but rocked in. They weren't even going to let us in the gate because we was that late. It's like, hang on a second, because there's like what do you call it? Parc Fermé. Put us all in the Parc Fermé, and with that right in there where he's saying you're running tarmac tyres, we've put the car straight in Parc Fermé with tarmac tyres on, with tarmac settings, and that was it. Game over. Starting on the outside at Coventry, you're never going to win with tarmac tyres. And I'll be completely realistic, and you look back on it now, wasn't ready to win a world final at that point on Shao.
Yeah.
There was too many better people than me on Shao, and I wasn't good enough. But it's what it is.
But you didn't get your chance.
Yeah, there is that, and I would have made a race out of it, but at the same time, you look back on it with a level head, probably wasn't ready for it. And we probably made the wrong decision taking the tarmac car, considering we never raced it on Shao. It was just a bit of a silly thing, but my season actually got started after that, and I won like 5 finals in a row.
Tarmac and Shao.
Yeah. Finished the season with that. Right, so you remember when I first started, I had that now of a Shao car.
Yeah.
He's rebuilt it for 2016. And it was...
I don't remember what was left of it. Maybe a bolt.
But it was completely different. Like new, it had HCD pedals in it from the Supers.
Yeah.
Proper cool little bit of kit. Same tarmac car, because that's still good. When I got second in the final with a Shao car straight away. Not the bag of now as it was. It's completely brand new. It's like a brand new Webster Shao car. But this car I had gone through so many pairs of hands before. It was Billy's own car, Billy Webster's own car.
Jesus.
That old. Right? But there's obviously nothing left of it. So I started that year, and that was my year of dominating, really. I won like every final at Skegness. Thursday nights were the tarmac car was so good, and he put that much time into it, like buffing tyres and all sorts. But we was proper on it, and I was getting to that point in my career. Then, as you say, where you'll get older, you're shoving them out, and you're now one of the eldest.
Yeah, and everyone's looking up to you.
Yeah, which is a nightmare because I turned into a proper hard driver then. There wasn't really anybody else to kind of give it back to me unless they beat me on speed. But if they beat me on speed, I was taking them out. But me and Sorda really were the only ones kind of doing that.
Mm.
So, and it was probably 2016 was the only year I never actually got banned, did I? No, I got banned quite a lot, but we're not going to cover that because that is controversial. But
right.
I got banned quite a lot in minis. I'm not one of them to kind of enjoy getting banned. I think it's the worst time ever. I think when you get banned, you're sitting at home and you're like, I could be out racing. Why did I do that? So I think that was actually my first proper full year in a mini without having some sort of ban. No, I did get banned.
Oh, yeah.
But it was proper funny, right? Me and Courtney had the best race at Hennesford, Wits.
Oh, I heard about this, yeah.
Have you? We're not allowed to hit, but we was hitting, but it was proper good. Like really, really
you
good.
two are both fine doing it.
Yeah. Like we literally we weren't anything silly, just dunk when I'd go past and she'd dunk me. Well, they black flagged us, we both ignored it for like 10 laps. But
this was before race receivers.
She blew up, right? And pulled off. If she didn't blow up, she's carrying on with me and we're fighting till the end. I ended up winning because she blew up. What a coincidence. Right, she didn't get a ban. I got a meeting and a race ban. A race, right? So we had to go to a Bellevue on a Monday.
Oh, and you had to miss the first race?
Yeah, I missed the first race. Don't get me wrong, it would probably save me like 2 hours of cleaning my car because you're missing the first race of the day.
Yeah, but still.
Like, what sort of ban is that?
I've never heard of that.
But yeah, that was the only time this is what I'm saying, that's what you're up against. And there was, at that time in 2016, I hate sounding like that person who blamed the committee here for everything. Because probably, at times, I probably was that person who was like again, hormonal kid who had a bit of an attitude problem at times. But they definitely had a thing against me. I don't know if it, again, because it was predominantly a northern thing against a southerner.
Right. Bit of racism going on there.
Is that racism?
I don't know, something like that.
I'm not. But I'm going out of a northern anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know, because I think they felt like I had a bit of an attitude problem.
Yeah, they're not going to like that, are they?
No. And
a 14-year-old telling them what to do, they're not going to like that, Charlie, are they?
I used to do this thing in a mini where I used to hit that. Main reason is I used to watch people like, as a kid, I used to watch Mick Sorda in the F1. And he's like, trademark move, he used to run it in dead square and hit people in the nerf and they'd push on into a push. And then you're off then. Well, I used to do it in a mini. It didn't probably have the same sort of impact and people probably saw it as dirty. So I kind of see where they were coming from. But I got warned so many times about doing it. And that's probably where it all kind of stemmed from. And blah, 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 blah. But anyway, kind of run off on tangent then. But 2016 was a really good year. I put it on the second row for the British. I think the pressure actually really got to me that day. And I drove like an idiot. I crashed.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, drove like an absolute idiot. It rained. I built this pressure up all week about it, and I'm really good at doing that. Getting pressure in my head and nightmare. Drove like an idiot. Smashed a car up in the first heat, so he spent most of the day fixing it. Got second row and I crashed again. Then you went to the European. The Isle of Man. That's a good one. So yeah, the Isle of Man's before the European.
Trying to get that this time.
Yeah, went wrong again.
Oh no.
Proper good. There's onboard footage of that. That's proper good. First night, Courtney gets me on the last bend for the final. I finished second. We're very, very close on points going into the last night. They changed it that year. The first night was like a practice night, but still counted towards your grading points, not the sword.
Right.
First night, the sword, she obviously won the final. I come second, so it's kind of like neck and neck. They dropped the green flag in the first heat, and I'm coming through like a train. Anything in front of getting to. I push a load of cars wide, and someone just got spun like that, and I've gone up the inside, it's caught my corner, and flicked me into the wall square on. So it's absolutely battered the car. He's got it fixed. He's like, right, you got to do what you got to do. So I went out.
Take her out.
Yeah. I got a good. Right, followed her right in. She carried on with 3 wheels and won.
No.
And I was like, she was going around the fence really slowly. And I was looking at squaring her up. But I thought, if I do that, I'm then giving them an opportunity to ban me. because it's probably against the rules in the kids' formula.
Yeah.
And I was happy to do it, but a bit naughty, really. I've already followed her in once. She probably don't need it again. She's already trundling around. But there's only 6 cars that finished. She finished 6th, something like that. So she won the sword. And when you look back on it, the racing was class. Proper hard stock car racing. But then we went to the European. I lost a bit of pace by that time.
What, in the car? Or you?
In the car. And Courtney and the 2 Evans twins.
Yeah.
They were really quick. I won the first heat.
No, he says he lost a bit of pace in the car and won the first
No,
heat.
but I won it just out of pure, like, I was that older person, and they were all pretty younger than me at that time. Went out in the European, got the lead. Courtney knocked me wide, and she had some sort of engine in. I don't know what it was, but she pulled like 5 car lengths down the straight. I went all 4 wheels, by the inner fence, all 4 wheels over that curb, drove straight for an earth, and she stalled it.
Oh no!
So the problem is when you're trying to get that one person, you're forgetting about the 2 twins. So I've done them, and the 2 twins are up the road. That was it. I've cost myself the European, but at least she didn't win. That's the way I'm looking at it, because she's already took the Isle of Man thing off me.
Yeah.
This rivalry was like proper.
Weren't you 2 together?
At some point, yeah. It's a long story, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I remember seeing you following each other in, and I thought, at the time I was like, ain't they boyfriend and girlfriend back then?
Back then, it's sort of. The rivalry between me and her, it was.
Yeah, like a bit legendary, really, at the time.
It was serious.
Yeah.
It was brutal, wasn't it, week in, week out. Mainly me doing her. But she had her driving away from me because she had a faster car. But I used to just go
But her
for it.
getting back at you was just to keep driving off if you didn't do it properly.
Yeah, and then smile, which pissed me off even more. Because you're like, oh, yeah, all right, no worries. But anyway, when that time comes, I've lost my roof because I won the European 2015. I'm now a red roof. Absolutely gutted because I hated having a red roof because I had a championship for that year. And the next meeting after the European was World Final. And so Stoke, a track I probably hated.
Northern track. All the Northerners love it.
Yeah, but I tell you what though, them northern tracks half made you a driver because you used to go to a muddy Bellevue, right, or a muddy Sheffield, hang yourself off a post, but carry on going and get them laps. It teaches you what a proper stock car is. And Stoke, they just redone it, and it was proper smooth for the first time. When I raced there before, it was like you just go down.
Everyone said it was bad.
Yeah, it was like an old school stock car track. But yeah, so I've started pole, Courtney beside me, have pulled us aside and said, right, no silly antics. We hated each other at the point, absolutely hated each other. And I've gone out, green flags dropped. Ben Chalkley, who I still race with now, over the curb, bang, hits me. I'm right out wide, I'm like in 13th now. I'm a nightmare. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, need to get back up. I've literally started pole, now I'm at the back. There was a big train of cars, and I've trained them all in, straight in, back up to 4th in one bend. Yellow flags. I'm sitting there, kind of thinking to myself, right, I know I can do this, but it's going to take some doing, and you're going to need to fuck them off because they're all going to be fast. It was Catherine Harris, Courtney Witts, Charlie Sauder. The green flag drops. I sit behind him for a while, and Courtney and Charlie are battling. Well, I've come in with a big one on Charlie. Courtney's then come in with a big one on me, but it's pushed me off Charlie's nerf rail. And he sent me 3 car lengths in the lead. So now I've got a gap just from her hitting me. So I'm thinking, go. Pulling away from him, but Charlie was really, really quick, but he got stuck in what you do, your 1300, you get stuck in that fight behind and you just can't get out of it. Yeah. Well, you're
just watching them drive away.
That's it, yeah. And he sat in that battle, got out of it, but it was too late. Thought it was too late, right? And I see a gold car waiting.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm thinking, oh dear Lord, she ain't waiting for me, is she? She tried to go for me but missed.
No.
Yeah. So I at the time she'd come off the infield, coming into the last corner, and she turned right. But as she turned right, I'd done a harsh left to cut in front of her, and she completely missed. So we won the world final. And then that was my bragging rights, and for when they were all smiling, I'm like, get on, have that. Try and wait up a lap down, and you get that. And that was probably one of the best moments because he was so happy for everything he's done in my mini career.
You got the best you can actually get in that formula.
And there's so many good drivers who never managed to win the Gold Roof because it's just out of luck out of them 5 years or 6 years.
But you only really get 3, don't you, by the time you've done your rookie years.
Yeah, and you get banned.
Yeah, keep getting banned, yeah, that don't help.
But yeah, again, I'm not one of them people, but sort of went on about it in his podcast, about getting banned. But yeah, it was just such a good moment. And you had F1 drivers coming up to you when you're 14, shaking your hand, going, "Well done, mate. That was a cracking drive. Well done." And you see stuff like, "Wow, that was really good." So that was that. Really, I won the silver that year as well. So Courtney retired after that Stoke meeting. That was the last race for me in a Mini. Done. Her trying to take me out. She apologised to me, which I thought was all right. It's done. It's kind of on good terms in the racing sense.
And she didn't get you, so it didn't matter.
But if she did get me, obviously it would have been completely different.
Yeah, 100%.
So we went on into 2017, and between I didn't win any championships, but between I got banned. But there's a story of that. It's probably best not to go into detail. But I went from March to June, and I had 51 wins between them months. And I was on course to have a really, really good year. And it was my final year.
See, that's what I remember. Just every single picture that comes up, you know, all the F1s put pictures up of the national minis as well, because they're always on with them.
Yeah.
Always there. First place. And you're like, who is this geezer?
He
51 wins.
Yeah, 51 wins.
I think I've got down a career, to be fair. That's mental, isn't it?
So my dad built me a new Mini for that year, which was painted all gold. Steve Reedman, a.k.a. He painted most of the F1s and the trucks back then.
I see his
and
big white logo.
Yeah. And he had Frank had a gold on his wing when he won it in 2016 at Coventry. And we wanted, I think it was the same colour as Frank's wing, wasn't it? Yeah, gold metal. It was gorgeous. And like when you reach that point, you're like, wow, I'm a kid, I've won it. That is, I've got my dream car there now, because I've always wanted a black and gold car. You know, you go to NECs years ago and you have a look at all the World Champions cars. Unbelievable. And he built me that Mini. And
You built that?
No, it started off, it was a bare chassis from Webster's again.
Yeah.
And we probably weren't one a bit better with this one. It was really
ridiculous.
But I think it was a turning point into what the Minis are becoming.
So it's always full.
Him and Courtney had cars, and they were like a level above other people at that time.
Yeah.
And I think then it followed on from there.
And you went one better after.
Yeah, well, the black and gold, mate, it was, honestly, I've never drove anything like it. It was like a national rod.
Just stuck.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They had all the floor mounted pedals again. Not many people had that still. We have a look at all the Minis now. Every single Mini's basically got floor mounted pedals, haven't they? It's more of a safety thing as well. My dad, you know, like when you ever look at a kid in a Mini, they're sat up against the steering wheel and their knees right in the air. My dad was always worried, you know, like, Scotch broke his knee. Well, my dad always wanted my legs down because you can't hurt yourself and you're further back. You don't want to be sitting forward. So he sat me in this gold Mini, right? I was getting taller because I was 15. He sat me, right, this is bad. He sat me right back, right low, and my legs were straight. But with that, the exhaust runs through. So the first meeting was Birmingham Hendersford, and it was like the most hot weekend I've ever been to. It was boiling. I must have had like 3rd degree burns on my ass from the exhaust.
Coming through the seat.
Wasn't it? Oh, honestly.
He's laughing away.
Right, so
we were fast, though, boy, weren't we? We were fast.
So I won every race that weekend in that gold car, first meeting out. But I couldn't walk afterwards because I'm sitting there in the way. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we're fast.
Do you know how embarrassing it is when you get home and you ask your mum to have a look at your ass? Right? Because you're like, what on earth's gone on here? And he then realised, Christ, like the exhaust, you're sitting on the exhaust, it's burning your ass. So he sorted all that, and the car was just unbelievable. So good. And then, obviously, I had the red car. We went to the Isle of Man, and there was a load of stuff that happened. I got team race against, but this is where the committee comes about. The committee didn't like my driving style, and they probably didn't want me in it because I was probably a little bit too rough at that time. The sport had gone soft by them. The sword had already been banned.
All them top drivers that you was looking up to and looking at had all gone, and you was the only one left almost.
Yeah, and then there was a new chairman, and the sport just slowly went into a direction completely different to what it is now. Because what it is now, they're all like going for it. They don't care. They're putting each other up the wall. You have a look at Venray last year when they're battling.
It was quality, wasn't it?
but that time, if we had done that in my era, my last year, it'd be frowned upon. But it was all right when it happened to me. So we went to Isle of Man. I got team raced against. There was one brother, the twins. I don't mind talking about them because we're all sound now. But
I mean,
one was on the infield, one was on the track. One was following me on the infield, and one was trying to do me on the track. So I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking left, I'm looking right, and by 3 laps happened, I'd give up and I just got followed in, ripped the back wheel off it. A load of things happened after that, and he got a fairly long ban, which carried on to me then, because I think I got half your ban. 18 months, yeah. But I got a month.
Oh, you got banned?
I got a 3-year ban. A 3-year stadium ban, which we won't have to go to.
Oh, right.
And they made sure they made an example out of me sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, my actions were right, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you take into account what went on leading up to it, it's in the past anyway now, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad we done what we done, because if you didn't, you'd be pissed with it.
Yeah.
And with what happened with obviously what he done, obviously you're not going to say it on here, but we're sound with the people now. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And like you look at them, you can say, all right. So it all kind of kicked off, and I then, haven't finished my mini career, which like I wanted to. I was proper gutted because never got to have that last world final to try and retain my gold roof.
Yeah. That's
But
the worst thing, not being able to defend it. Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't want to give them any joy by watching me race, because I would have won that world final, and everybody knows it. I would have gone out and absolutely pissed it, because that gold car was way too quick at that time, and I was, again, that last person to move up, because I was 15.
But yeah, you didn't give him any satisfaction of losing anything, did you?
No.
You went out as being the fastest. That was it.
And it annoys me now, because that same committee, they went behind your back with what happened, and then they try and look you in the face today, and they try and be all pally. Well, the people with the twins and stuff, we're fine with them now. But you have a look at the committee and you just think, all them years you tried to get us out. And genuine, I'm not one of them to say, I got banned for doing nothing wrong. Okay, I might have been a little knob at times. But some of the reasons, genuine, was because you're looking at older people racing stock cars in Formula Ones and you just want to be like them. They didn't like that. And most of the time, it's probably because I was better than their kids. They just hated it.
That's the problem with the chairman and the committee being the parents.
And as well as that, right?
That's the problem there.
My dad, right, he used to be in the garage 5 days a week. And most people know me back then, probably a little bit now, but I'm not very garage intellectual.
Tech savvy.
Yeah, just not for me, that.
Do you get all the shit jobs then?
He's got better. But then, asking for a 30-year-old spanner was painful.
Be a 12.
You was loving the sim back then, though, weren't you? Yeah.
But that's a massive thing. That makes you a hell of a driver now, because you see all them mini kids, they're bang on that. You see when you jump on iRacing, how realistic is it?
Yeah.
When you go on the dirt stuff, it teaches you so much. When you jump on the R-Factor stuff, you're practicing moves on track. It sounds so stupid.
Well, no, you look at Formula 1 drivers, they're doing sims.
Yeah, but R-Factor isn't really sim, is it?
Yeah, but it is, because you're stock car racing.
You'll be just following people in. I remember when I was first started minis, I remember you on Simstocks. Yeah.
I was on there for a good few years.
Probably asked you for a skin. You
No,
probably
not
ignored-
me, I didn't do skins.
I know, but I asked every man their
I was
dog.
begging everyone for skins. Go in there, you got set up, please.
Yes, yeah.
Turning up 1 minute before the meeting.
Yeah, I remember actually done my first sim meeting. He told me he'd come in screaming because it was like 10:30 at night. It was like a New Zealand Simstocks winter series.
The winter series, yeah.
Yeah,
UK Dirt.
Yeah, done it on Keys.
Oh, nice.
Around the wall, won the first race. He comes screaming in because I'm going, yeah, shut up, fuck, I've got work in the morning. So
I've actually got a story. My dad sat there and watched me do my first national mini stop meeting on sim, and I was a white roof. I was winning it. 2 laps to go. I fucking hit a marker tyre, and he walked out. He was like, "Fucking, you're on it. Fucking go around that."
Yeah.
Coming in, got a little bit sideways, hit the marker tyre, and obviously in them you stopped dead, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me out. He walked out. He never watched me race again. I don't
when I
think.
first got it, he used to slag it off, right? But I used to like walk in from going to the toilet and he's cruising around in the mini around arena. Do you know what I mean? He's like,
This is all right, John, isn't it?
But no, but he'd go off and go, shit.
Just wanted to have a go, did he?
But back to that, like it genuinely does make you a better driver. The amount of evenings, right, I've spent with Sorda, like Harley Burns. Do you know Shay Murphy races Rebels?
Yeah.
He's like multi-champion and he doesn't go on about
Pisses
much.
it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't go on about much about Facebook or anything. So all them guys, and they all turned out decent. And I genuinely think it's because of
All the hours you put on there.
yeah, like the amount of hours me and Sword have played on it, right? So I used to have a proper steering wheel stand, and he had an ironing board as a steering wheel stand. And Zoe was like, I need to do the ironing now, Charlie. You need to come off it. And she's like, no, just another race. We used to have our own server, and like the amount of stories, like, and then it's kind of weird because it's now transitioned to Harry doing that. and look how good he's become in such a short amount of time. It genuinely is because of that game. And people used to say, "Oh, what are you doing? You're not doing your car." I said, "No, I'm doing my game." When people used to mug me off about it, I then talk about it now and go, I genuinely think that is one of the reasons.
It ain't going to be hurting you. No
it
way.
teaches you racecraft.
Yeah, that's not going to be hurting you at all.
It genuinely
whether
does.
It's fucking, I still think whether it's R-Factor or iRacing or what, it's still...
Yeah, but like R-Factor back in the day, it actually genuinely teaches you racecraft. You know when you used to speak to adults on there, like, don't hit me because you need a bit of racecraft.
Yeah, shut up
yeah,
and just go full pedal.
So, yeah, but now you understand what they're talking about because then you can take that into real life racing.
Drive with them, learn the line.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that really.
That was the end of the mini career.
Yeah, it was hard because it was 2017 I got banned, and he was banned for 3 years. So that was 2020, he wouldn't be allowed back. And I had an 18-month ban. They stadium banned me initially, but let me back for the F2 World Final at King's Inn so I could go watch my mates. Such
Probably
a
the worst thing you could do.
shit time. Like all my mates.
What did you two do then for that time? Considering for the mini career, it sounded like
he had a life.
All Mark was doing was just in here for the mini career.
Yeah.
While you was on the sim, and then he can't race no more. Well, you both can't go racing.
That's all you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Years, it was tough to try and adjust.
I bet.
It's hard, but he had a life, which is nice. He doesn't have much
For a bit.
Yeah, literally like them 3 years. Yeah. But yeah, it was rough. It was proper rough, and I'm watching my mates
Go out and have fun.
same age as me go into adult formula. I can't do that yet.
I'll be there soon, boys.
That's it. Yeah,
We're there soon.
Hold tight.
Yeah.
Initially, we thought we'd use the time to buy an F1 and get it ready.
Yeah. I did hear something about you with an F1.
Yeah, so where we had top spec minis, we sold our minis.
Top spec, was that the engine?
No, like all our minis were top spec. None of them were like shitters.
Right,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
So yeah, you had good. You're saying you had good packages.
So we got a bit. We did get a bit of money from.
Yeah.
We went and bought. Well, this is so. I think my dad genuinely felt bad for probably him getting us all banned and stuff like that. And on my birthday, my 16th birthday, I got an F1. I know, mental, because he sold them and he's had the money there. And Stephen Webster had his F1 there.
God,
I remember we went to
F1 for your 60th
we went to have a look at
birthday.
it, didn't we? But I didn't think he had any intentions of buying it. But yeah, I got a text when I was in school on my birthday. I had a wing. I heard him downstairs the night before with a wing. I thought it was a wing, right? So
Trying to get through the front door.
no, because as a kid, I'm proper banging to Christmas and birthdays. It's all a bit of me, that is, right? And I could hear him. When you hear a bit of Ali and them wings, they're like rattling about a little bit. Well, I heard that coming through the front door. I thought, what on earth is that? And I went, that's a wing. Wonder if he's going to hire me Stephen Webster's car to go out. So I said happy birthday and all that. Got this wing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Got a wing now, and I took my great uncle Pete's number because he used to race Formula 1s. 258. I'm absolutely buzzing. All sign written. It's actually sitting up there still because obviously it was a 16th birthday present.
Oh yeah, the white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a pink one next to it?
No, it's his red one, which
right.
faded to red. Yeah,
Pink
So-
grade.
pink top. So I got a text in school, picture of the F1 in the garage saying happy birthday. Could not believe it. I never got to race it. So you think it's banned for 3 years?
Yeah, I know.
Right, and that car's sitting there now, and just no enthusiasm for it. But so we bought that. We then bought the Andy Smith car, which we bought off Mark Gray, which was a proper good show car at the time. It had been through a few owners. Mark Peters, obviously, was the landlord here. Then to Harrison's. It was Mark Peters, Harrison's, and then Mark Gray, wasn't it? But it was a top spec show car, like one of the best you could probably buy. It was it was the main car which Andy built and then based Mick Saunders' car off it. Which Andy raced.
Yep.
So we bought that as well. So now we've got 2 cars here.
2 cars and you can't race for 3 years.
It just never happened. Just never happened. It never really evolved, really. So it kind of sit about, and throughout our time of being banned, I think Dad was doing a lot of mini stuff.
What, for other people?
Yeah.
Thing is, that's always the thing as well when you get to the top.
But it was his
people
way of,
want your stuff.
It was his way of being involved still without going.
Without having to go to the meeting.
Yeah. So
And obviously he's got to pay for the F1 somehow.
Well, the minis were already paid for that because obviously they were really, really good minis, and we had some people buy them with probably was a start of that time of minis getting really expensive.
Yeah. So it was Ginch that made them really
But
expensive.
still though, our min. No, it's definitely Witz's. 110%. But that time, you actually think about it, our car then would definitely compete at the top today.
Well, it's coming out.
It's coming out, yeah. The gold one.
That gold one's coming
It's
out.
been parked up for a while.
We sold on to someone else, didn't we? And he won loads of stuff.
Yeah. We sold it to Jensen Brickley, and he's a proper driver. Races TCR, I think it is now, which is touring cars. Yeah, proper
Right.
good. Yeah. He done really well in the minis, but he then went in at a bit of a difficult era because you had the twins who were like older. He was a younger. Jack Witts was there now, Courtney's brother,
Who dominated from this get-go, didn't he?
did very good. Yeah. So I think he had a bit of a hard era, but that car still went on to then. He then packed up, and he's held onto the car, but it's now gone into someone else's hands. And it's going to come back out, and 110%. I'll put money on it. It will still go back out there winning.
Mark's going to make sure it does anyway. I know he will. I already know that. I've only just met you, and I know he's going to make sure that car goes out and wins.
But it's in there, by the way. When we go for the picture of the car when it was first brand new is in there because
What, in the toilet?
No, in the kitchen.
Oh, in the kitchen. He's pointing over there. The toilet's over there.
Yeah, but serious money. But anyway, yeah. So throughout the time we was banned, didn't really do much. Probably went to the Arsenal a few times, didn't we? Went on holiday, which as a kid, my mum hated flying, so I went with my dad and my uncle, which was really nice because I never got to go on an abroad holiday. We used to go to Cornwall as kids and stuff like that,
And Skegness and stuff like that.
No, never Skegness. we always used to go to Cornwall, didn't we? Cornwall and Devon. Saves my mum the panic attack on the flight.
Yeah.
But I went on holiday with them, which was really good experience. Like it was actually good because I got my exams out of the way, and I got to go on holiday and do things which I didn't. I got to mix with like the school kids. Never really got to do that.
No, he's always racing, huh?
Yeah, so different type of kind of lifestyle. Then as he got further involved, like further towards my band day ending at the end of 2018, got back involved with racing. I went to Venray with Charlie Sauder when he first started Formula Ones. That was a really good laugh. Like first, I think, time experiencing beer because my dad never used to let me drink as a kid, and he wasn't there to tell me off.
Yeah, fucking
So,
right.
but-
I'm having a beer.
So, but it was in Venray. I had a really good time, and obviously, they kind of like took me in as one of their own, with Zoe and Mick, and I got to experience Charlie winning his first race in the Formula One, which was really good. You know, you watch your best mate racing a Formula One out there and
Winning in
Yeah.
the best, well, the biggest formula we can do.
Yeah,
in short
literally.
oval, yeah.
yeah, and obviously, like I was sitting there, and you know, like sometimes you get jealous of some friends because of what they're doing. There was no jealousy there. I was so happy for him, and then we got to celebrate on the Sunday, and then we got the long drive home hungover on the Monday. But that was a good experience. And then the time come where my band finished, and I was pestering my dad. Can someone take me in that F1? He said, not a chance.
Are they both ready?
No. The tarmac one I had a practice in, but it wasn't. It was only a few laps.
Yeah.
But I wanted someone to take me in that. He said, if I'm not there, you're not going in it. He said, you need to wait for me with a Formula 1. He says, would you fancy going to Formula 2? So I thought about it. Yeah, I probably would, yeah.
You just want to go racing.
Yeah, I didn't care what it
Formula
was.
2, yeah, right, yeah, go on.
So my dad spent all the years of his F2 career where I was probably alive, probably from 2007 onwards, was it? You spent it with Dave, RCE? So Dad rung Dave. They got on at the time, really good, and obviously still do now. He builds all my cars still. Dave, you got a car here? Like, have you got a car there which Charlie can use for Garden Night? He's driving me up the fucking wall. I don't know, it's not that far till Garden Night. Let me have a ring about. James Riggle rings my dad. Got a car here. Do you want to use it? And at this point, my dad probably gave James Riggle some advice from F2s when he started.
Yeah.
Just through we knew someone who he knew, and then they put us in contact with James, and James used to ask Dad about F2s when he first started, and and my dad probably used to ask him about minis because James had just finished minis. So it was a pretty good relationship going on there. And Mark, Charlie can use that car if he wants. Needs to get a seat fitting though. This is when they first brought out the beaded seats.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Christ, all right, yeah, sound, I'll do it. And it comes to about 4 days before Garden Night, and it was a bit up in the air whether it was going to be done. This car was a bare chassis, by the way, just been powder coated.
Oh, it was brand new.
It was virtually brand new, wasn't it?
It's been rebuilt, but from the ground up, it was a complete.
Oh, wow.
So I got a phone call right on Thursday just before.
Left one, babe. Over there.
down there. And there's a light on the left. I get a phone call Thursday. Can you come up for a seat fitting for your beaded seat? I said, yeah, no problem. So the old boy, John.
Are they Southwest boys?
No, they're Birmingham.
Birmingham, right.
So Dave's workshop, it was like at that time, Dave was like the pinnacle of F2s for building them.
Yeah.
There was F2s everywhere. And there was probably like 4 other people doing seat fittings that night, where they're just laying in their cars, getting them done.
Mm.
So the old boy, John, who I haven't really mentioned him much yet, but John has followed me throughout my whole career.
What, mechanic?
Yeah, he mechanic for my dad first.
Yeah.
And he's mechanic throughout me since probably the end of Ninja Karts, so he didn't really interest him that much in Ninja Karts. But the minis, the whole minis, does like mainly all the driving, and he's in here, still in here today.
God, that's a touch, isn't it? All the driving. That's
Yeah.
we are. That's a touch.
Digging himself up there. Look.
I mean, John's been around racing for years, and I've come in here, like, I don't finish work till 5, he's here at 3 o'clock, he's pulled the diff out, he's pulled the engine out, and bear in mind, he's 77,
Jesus Christ.
he's full at it.
You're not getting much better than him.
No.
We've just inherited his son now, which is a problem. He's a massive fan of yours as well. His name's Tony. He's probably commented on the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's messaged me before, actually. That's the one, and he said, yeah, I'm a mechanic for Guinch.
Not involved with him.
Huh?
Not involved with him.
Oh.
No, I am, but like, I don't really want to be, right? You're sitting on one of his chairs, and he's going to probably take a picture of you and put it on his wall at home.
Shall I sign it?
No, don't. It gets well funky about that. Christ, don't do that. One's got a fag. I think it's the one on mine. Someone at Skeg Weekend put a fag for it, and he was fuming. But enough of the joke. But Tony helps just as much.
Yeah.
Tony started coming a few years ago, but not when in the minis and stuff. Tony started coming 2020 after COVID. He came.
So, but before him, it was just you three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tony used to race. It's not like he just jumped on and like decided to have a go. He used to race with, and obviously John used to have a scrapyard near here. So, yeah, they were like, without John, honestly, I don't think anything would be possible. He's absolutely brilliant. So he took me down to Birmingham, get my seat fitting. And I think it was probably a bit difficult for me because where I could probably talk to my dad about things, my dad probably wasn't going to be around for the racing because he was banned. So I had to kind of treat John as that person.
Yeah.
And he'd done such a good job with it. He's a very blunt man, isn't he? He's very one-word answers,
right?
Which is probably good for me because I overthink a lot. So I'm sitting in this car, getting this seat like comfy. What do you reckon, John? It's all right. So I'm like, no, John, I need a bit of like, confining me a bit. Yeah, confining me. Like, do I look okay? Do I look like I'm far from the steering wheel? Well, it's all right. That's all I get from him. So I'm like, oh, Christ. I'm like, Christ.
I've taken you here, Charlie. What more do you want?
Yes, yeah. Well, that's all you get out of him. But he's class because he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Got the seat fitting done. And then the car was a bare chassis at that point on Thursday. And they built it up all Friday, set it up Friday night, like 3 o'clock in the morning. And they took it to Birmingham for me. So this was the start of the F2s. Bearing in mind I didn't have any plans of going into F2s. They just basically built a brand new car for me to use at the last meeting of the year, which seems completely backwards.
Yeah. Right, we have a toilet break while we're just jumping onto F2s now.
Glad you just said that.
Right, moving on to the F2s. We've had a toilet break and I've got another drink. Go on. So you've done that seat fitting. Moving into Gala night now.
Yep.
Was you cacking it?
No, I wasn't cacking. I was more worried about not going with my dad, I suppose.
Yeah, never done it before.
Never done it. Never went without my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just me and John, the lone soldiers.
John boy.
Going up to Birmingham. I booked in. I was really excited, but I'd never had a go on an F2 up to this point. Never even had a practice, just had a seat fit.
Scary old things to get in at first, didn't they? Did you find that or not?
Yeah, when you race a Mini, there's a lot of space around you. And then when you jump in an F2, the steering wheel's there. And James Regal, for some reason, liked the steering wheel about 50 foot in the air. So you like that, looking through the steering wheel. So you like driving like that.
Gearbox between your legs.
Gearbox too. Well, I had the Mini gear stick in, but that wasn't. And rear wheel drive straight away is completely different.
Yeah.
And obviously he's told me all his life how hard F2s are. It's like a sympathy thing. Well hard they are. So I'm now cacking myself because of that. Because he's like, fucking hell, how hard are they?
How am I going to be able to drive it?
Yeah, literally. So I think that's close enough. Yeah. So Dave got there early, sorted out some tyres. Dad's on the other end of the phone. I've gone out for some practice. They've dropped the green flag in practice. I've hit the throttle like an idiot, flat to the floor.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't do anything, but I hit a water patch in the middle of the corner, and it went sideways as soon as I hit the throttle. So it was like the best thing that could have happened to me, because I got to experience the worst of what could have happened with the car. So it snatched sideways, and I held it straight away. And I thought, well, right, I can do that.
Do you know why? Because you've done it a million times on the sim.
That's what I'm saying. You catch it back on there, yeah. And then I kept done like 5 practice sessions. I was getting quicker and quicker. I wasn't like superiorly quick. I was just getting better and better. Then James Riggle had to go in the car and set the quickest lap of practice. So I'm saying, oh dear Lord, like one of the best cars on the track. Everyone's at gun. Like Gordon Moody's there, who I've looked up to for all these years. Riggle's there, Kelvin Marshall's there, Luke Wrench is there, all these Matt Stoneman, all these boys that I watched as a kid and I've watched throughout minis, and now I'm racing against them and I've got the quickest car out of all of them. And there's a good possibility I'm going to smash it out. Because I've never raced anything like that.
And Garden Night's busy and all, isn't it?
Yeah. Spoke to him before. I said, right, I don't want to do anything stupid. I haven't raced in a year and a half. Bearing in mind, because obviously everything that's happened. I've had a seat fit and I've had 5 practice sessions. I'm a bit rusty, but I'm getting there. What do you think I should do, front or back? Straight off the front.
100%.
Yeah. No worries, start front. Last chance qualifier for the championship. Green flag drops. Another white top in front of me, levered him. Won that. I'm absolutely buzzing. Won my first race out in an F2. So I'm like, Christ, that's pretty decent. Like, right, probably could get a good night going on here. Ring my dad, he's absolutely over the moon. He's like, wow, you know, God, not many people have done that. A lot more people have done it since I've done it, but it's a lot more common now.
To drive, Charlie, isn't they?
Hard to drive. But again, his excuse was, nah, you got a Z-Tech, mate. I had them old Pintos, didn't I?
Oh, right.
So,
go on, keep the revs up, didn't you, Mark? That's what everyone says to me.
So I've, got in this championship now. So I'm thinking, Christ, now I'm in a championship, my first meeting.
What have I done?
And I'm not particularly in full control of it.
Yeah.
Where the steering's quite high, my arm's up here so I can't see. And then when I get on opposite lock, my arms will jam up in the seat. Not my car. I got on with it. You know, it's just, I didn't really know any different. But championship goes out, I'm dead last. I feel, right, well, get forward here, keep going. So green flag drops. They all scale off wide. I'm up the inside of every single one of them. So now
in the thick of it.
Right, literally in the thick of it by accident. Right, I was actually going out to have a quiet race. I went past Gordon. I'm like, oh dear Lord, like, where am I going here?
Big old white roof on the car.
Yeah, I held my own though. I did hold my own. I wasn't quick enough to hold with them. I got once I got in front of them, they all kind of picked me off one by one.
Which is probably a good thing.
Until I come across one of the old mini committee members.
Oh no. Oh no.
It was all 4 over the rumble, straight in. Straight in. Have that.
Oh, you followed him in?
No, I just parked him in.
Oh, right, yeah.
That'll teach her. Finished somewhere, but not good enough. I was in a consolation now, so I'm having 3 races, my arms are dead, and I've got him not there. I've gone out in the consolation, managed to win that. You know as well as I do now, you've raced a Superstock, how hard it is, I feel, physically, where you're racing, hitting and stuff like that.
When you first start as well, where you're tensed up, you know, you're probably a lot more relaxed now, so your muscles relaxed. But then first few meetings, for me still, you're busy all the time, but you're so tensed up. So yeah.
And the problem is I've done 5 practice sessions, which probably can a 2 meeting period. So I won the consolation where obviously none of the top boys were in it. They all managed to get forward in the race. Obviously I was just a noddy at the back. Got into the final now. But honestly, I cannot explain the pain in my arms. I hadn't raced for a year and a half. And I said to my dad, Dad, I rung him up. I said, I honestly don't think I can do this. I don't think I can steer it. Just get out there and stop moaning. You've been moaning at me to get a drive. Just get in it. So I've gone out and I've took the lead of the final. But honestly, I'm holding on for dear life. I'm using the fence down the back straight to guide me because I can't correct it. Bradley McKinstry pops me wide. I get 3rd. It's okay, but I'm really struggling. There's a Grand National now, and I'm dead by this point. Right, I'm like, I don't know how many more Red Bulls I can have. Gone out for the National, and it's got mega tasty. Right, John Palmer and Wim Peters have fallen out, and I'm in the thick of it. I've levered John. It's out of gear, but I'm all trying to catch it because my arms are dead. I ended up parked in the wall by myself. But yeah, that was my first meeting. But I got in the thick of it. I absolutely loved it. Busy F2 meeting. I don't think you can beat it. Open wheel. Everyone's close together, and there isn't at that point. There wasn't many people faster than one another.
Birmingham's cool track and all.
Yeah. So that day, I met a man called Rob Smith. That day, like randomly, and Dave at RCE managed to introduce me. He was a professional racing driver, wasn't he? He won Le Mans, and he was thinking about getting his boy to start in a Mini. We just randomly got chatting, didn't think of anything of it, and ever since that day, he sponsored me to today. Honestly, the most generous man. Dad helped with the Minis,
Yeah.
but he helped massively with my F2 career to start with. Honestly, like when I first started speaking to him, we just got chatting, and it turns out he was related to. Do you remember the Ayrns? Rich
Who?
Ayrn?
Ayrn?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you would have done. 1300 driver. 18. I went across the infield at Wimbledon. Years ago.
I've seen the clip.
I probably have seen the clip. The only way
Right, so he comes across the infield on Oppo, across the infield at Wimbledon, and just jumps out the car in his Reebok Classics like nothing's happened. You must have seen it.
Well, after he's been T-boned.
No, after he's done someone on Oppo.
Oh no! I must have seen it. I don't
You
know.
would have done.
Yeah.
Anyway, related to him, like mad banger driver, 1300 driver. He races 1300. I can't believe you don't know
I
that.
don't know. That's shocking.
So, yeah, met him and he was really generous. And he bought a James Riggle Shell car. So over the winter, we kind of
Was it James Riggle shell car? His shell car?
Yeah,
Or one
Rob
he built?
Yeah, Rob bought it off James. It was like an old Randall.
Oh, he bought his shell car?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah,
He wanted to
got
have
it.
a go at Mildon and stuff like that because
Got
he's
it.
seen it. He's done really well for himself, Rob, and he just wanted to have a go and a laugh. You know, the man's won Le Mans. What does he need to have a go in F2 for? Just fancy to go. Really nice family, right? Didn't think nothing of it. Comes to March, where I'm in an R in. He's bought me an F2 now. The F1 window's it's kind of closed.
Well, he's still got them, but there's an F2 in here now.
Yeah, which was a RCE. It was an older one, but it had all the modifications on it. Mm-hmm. And it took a while getting done, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, as it did. Probably wanted to
There's another
prolong that
story
one
to
as
this.
well.
It's similar to the mini story because we buy this car. It was a Bradley McKinstry car,
Yeah.
and we'll move on to it in a minute
Yeah. So,
because it's quite a good story.
which bit?
At the end of it, the end of the Bradley McKinstry
Oh
car.
yeah, Christ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant the end of Bradley McKinstry.
No, not
because,
that.
because that was bad. Follow me straight in.
Oh, nice.
Proper.
Well, after he bought his car.
Yeah, he was pretty friendly, but he got me a good one. Anyway, Rob rang my dad. Listen, Sid's starting minis, which is his son. Mm-hmm. Would you mind helping us? Yeah, no problem. I'll come have a look. So he's bought a pretty decent mini. Dad's helping him. He's then got this F2 shell car sitting there. He just ring. I was on the way somewhere with a mate, I think it was, and he rung me up. Right, Charlie. I said, yeah, you right? How you doing? I haven't spoke to you in a while. Do you want to race this shell car? I'm like, yeah.
Bearing in mind, you never done shell F2s.
No,
No.
never had nothing to do with it.
No, so I've said yes. He said, right, perfect. Tell your dad, bring his trailer, you can pick it up and you can have it.
Wow.
Bit like your situation with the Superstock.
Yeah.
You know, I want it back. I want to do a couple of meetings. Maybe we'll do a test day. Me, you and Sid. We'll all have a go in the F2.
Yeah.
But I want you to race it.
Yeah, you have it for a bit.
So I'm like, wow, Christ. Ring Dad up. I thought, oh. There's all a bit of shower racing. It's going to teach you, but yeah, it's like, Christ. It's a different ball game, that is. Anyway, Dad went and picked the car up, brought it back, and I decided to do Good Friday Northampton. And that was a massive learning curve. You know, I got rattled off the plating by all the Shell people, you know, like Rob Mitchell, the Fords, Billy Webster now, racing with Billy. I didn't go too bad. I went practicing the week before, done pretty good, but just a massive learning curve. And obviously, thanks to Rob, he allowed me to have a Shell car for that season because it gets really interesting towards at the end of the first season. So I've got this Shell car now. I'm a white top in April. And I got a bit of damage. I blew the engine up, I think, in the first meeting. Then I over-revved it. Pinto, I over-revved it. I'm coming down the straight on the limiter in second gear. I should have whacked it in third.
Right.
But I like it revving. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about noise. Isn't it?
Yeah, until it goes...
Yeah, literally, right? So I've done that at Northampton. It's got hot. Someone who knows about F2s came up to me and went, that's pinking. I went, shut up. It's not pinking. Went to Stoke the next day, I'd done one lap.
Oh, no.
Go down the straight. Oh, no. So shower car's parked up, Dad's finished the tarmac car, go to Skeg Weekender, started the F2 career, and I won both finals in the first weekend of that car. It's an older car with all the modifications that Dave has done, and Dave helped me massively when I first started, because he was, again, in the minis, I used to obviously rely on car changes from my dad. Mm-hmm. Dave would help me. Yep. John wasn't really like that, mechanically tailored
he's
to
the
set
one
up.
doing the graft, the work that needs to be done, as opposed to more the thinking.
If I got damage, John's there with port power,
exactly,
Dave's there with changes to fine tune.
Yeah,
that's the way, obviously, of comparing it. So I won both finals and I won both heats. So I won 2 finals and 4 heats over the weekend. The car was really, really good, because Dave, obviously, Dad was a bit out of touch from F2s at that point, wasn't you?
It moved
so it
on.
changed. So we was on a van tyre on the outside rear and 3 Yokies, where when he last left, he was on 4 Yokohamas. Yeah. Completely different. So we then got the car back. Dad obviously got the base set up and stuff like that. I then went to multiple meetings. I stayed at yellow for 3 meetings. I then went up to blue through points. It would have been. I didn't win a final at yellow, did I?
No, you got on the pole with British.
Yeah, did you? Oh. So Gordon, when I first started, Gordon took me under his wing. I think there was probably talks of the next RCE prodigy, wasn't there? Gordon was the main man in F2s, and he was with
RCE.
RCE.
Yeah.
He was the RCE man.
From the get-go, wasn't it?
And probably Michael Green probably was as well.
Yeah.
But Gordon was the man. He followed RCE throughout the years, and he was so loyal to him, and he stuck
dominated with him as well.
Yeah. And when Gordon, I always remember it, because obviously I've always looked up to Gordon. So after my Skeg Weekender, when I first started, I beat Gordon that weekend, and they were all behind me in a heat, and I pulled away from them. Zoe from Love F2s interviewed him, and they started talking about me, and he said something about me being the next big thing. And I remember it stuck with me. I was like, Gordon Moody's just said that.
This white top in the F2s,
yeah, it's just mental, and you just think, wow, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can get somewhere in this job. Really friendly with Dave. Dave took the car to Taunton British, isn't he? And I'm a yellow top. 3rd meeting as a yellow top. So it's my 5th meeting on tarmac with my own car. Won all 3 heats at the British Championship qualifying. So it's put me on pole for the Sunday. Dad's met me in the hotel, because obviously he's banned from the stadiums. He's met me in the hotel that night. Really special evening, because he didn't get to experience it. He's experiencing it through Facebook.
And the phone.
Literally your phone. It's just, mental. So he's experiencing it all through live stream. Even when he was on holiday 2 weeks before that, he was apparently couldn't get away from the phone, and come on. He's like, fuck off, I'm watching the racing. But a really special evening. We all had a Papa John's in the hotel, and I'm now on pole for the British Championship, and I'm sitting there in my room thinking, wow, maybe I can win this. I've got the speed. I just need to
drive it.
Yeah, just get past that first lap. And the worst thing I'd done that night, I had a look at the weather forecast. And it was pissing down. And RCEs were known at that point not to go very well in the wet, wasn't they, at Taunton? Taunton's a concrete surface. Yeah. You've got to run around the wall. The local lads were good. Stephen Gilbert, Ben Borthwick, they're Motor World and cars, but local knowledge you needed there. And I've never been to Taunton until that weekend.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on pole for the 2nd biggest race of the year. I ring him up. I said, listen, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Just go out, do what you need to do. So the green flag drops. No one's told me the line's around the outside. I'm running around the curb, and I've lost the lead before the green flag's even gone. Stephen Gilbert's just gone straight around the outside of me. Next person's Luke Wrench around the outside of me. Now Gordon has come up the inside of me, but lent me up the wall. There's me, never drove an F2 in the rain properly, and never raced at Taunton in the wet. I've come in with what I think is a normal hit, and I've parked him straight in a parked car. So now I'm like,
There's no grip on that inside, is there?
No, it was all my fault though. I was being a complete dick. I got probably a little bit pissed off because Stephen drove around the outside of me. Luke then made me look like an idiot. And then Gordon's now up the inside, all within the space of a lap and a half. So now I'm back to 4th and I started on the front. And I think with that mindset of when you go from minis and you're at the top, I think it's hard to kind of knock you back down a peg or two.
Yeah.
Because you go back into it thinking you're still there, but you're not.
Yeah, well, after that dominant performance, the double header, that's then put that back in your head, like, no, I can, like you said, I can do it. And then when the big boys are pushing you back off,
so they've raced me clean, and I've obviously come in and I've jumped over the curb, got Gordon in a parked car, and I've bumped on the wheel. He's chased me around, followed me in, whatever, and that was really the first day me and Gordon met, and I was only 5 meetings in. I do feel like I took a liberty there, really, because he kind of took me under his wing when I first started. And ever since that day, it's never really been the same between us two, because he's obviously thought you took advantage of me there, really. I've been nice to you. I've helped you show the roads.
Yeah, you didn't do them two, but you done me.
Yeah, as such, yeah. But I think I would have, because I would have done the other two if I was close enough. He was just the next person in front. And probably a bit of me being out of control in the wet and whatever it is. But yeah, it's stock cars. It's not really that big of a deal. But when I look back on it, and I think I was 4 meetings in, I should have had a bit more respect for someone that good.
Yeah.
But that's where it first started with me and Gordon, really. It got quite tasty there, but he was at the top of his game and I was just starting.
Still near a yellow roof.
Yeah. So not much happened after that. We raced. I was well qualifying rounds. I got into a semi-final. I won a final from blue. Went up to red for Skeg Weekender. That was all in the space of like 9 meetings, isn't it? Got to red, and I held red ever since.
Was that still with Dave and John?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dave not so much.
He backed off after the first few.
Yeah, because we kind of learned, me and John. Well, not me. I wouldn't say me at all, really. John and Dad. They yeah. I wasn't very good with a car, but yeah.
You could pedal it, but that's about it.
Pretty much it, yeah. And I can tell him what it's doing.
Yeah.
To get a change. I'm a lot better now, obviously, but back then, not a clue. But yeah, got in a semi-final, spun out before the green flag, went down. I got 11th, top 10 qualified.
No.
So I was in the Consi semi.
Because that's all on the same day?
Yeah, it was at St Day, first time at St Day. Went to Venray. Oh man, I was in second in the World Cup with a misfire. I was running on 3 cylinders and it was pissing down the rain. So it actually made me faster when it started drying up. And I got eaten alive. I was flying, man. Absolutely flying with 3 cylinders. I was in second, cruising along. I would have been happy with a second because you get a bit of money there, don't you? Yeah, fucking misfire. Went to the World Final weekend. Crashed in the Consi semi-final.
So you didn't get him?
No, I got knocked
Missed
out.
your first one?
Yeah. This one we can actually... Yeah, this one. He actually come to that one, but he was with the sheep. You ever been to Buxton?
No, I've never been Buxton. I've driven it on the game.
All hills. Right? No entrance to the stadium. He wasn't in the stadium. There's a big hill at the top with sheep. And he watched that World Final from up in the hills.
And everyone waving at me from the stadium.
Yeah, but he was ringing the bell, waving at him like that. So he watched... So this is the funny part of this. So he says I made the mistake of crashing. There you go. I crashed. It was my fault because I was hung on the outside, right? So I'm half knocked out. I'm walking up the hill to go see him. It's a long old walk up there. I get in the car. I'm like, all right. He went, what'd you do that for? I'm like, the first time you've ever watched me, you're sitting up in them hills and you think you could just tell me it was my fault. I said, you can stay at home more often. Christ. I'm half like that. I'm just like, off my head. Just, proper hurt I did. He's like, that's all right, put it on the trailer. So I stayed over that weekend and I was going to go home on Sunday morning. John Palmer got in a bit of trouble that night and he offered for me to use his car. So I used his car. So it gets double expensive. So I've ripped my car off and it's on the trailer. I go out and eat. I get sick from eating his car. We've been friends with John for years, haven't we? Ever since the days you raced. And I went out in the final. And I've knocked Graham Fagan wide. Picks me up, runs me in. So this is, you can see where.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a big train as well, but he come in with the initial hit, and I've bent John's car now. So yeah, it was a hard crash. I got knocked out again.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I've bent his car and I've bent my car. Not like bent, but like John's car was pretty bad. My car wasn't so bad, but we just weren't repairing it because we didn't think we was going to race. But then I got all excited when John offered me his car. And, so that's obviously I was only in sixth form at that time, but Dad had to pay flat. So that's another big bill. And we're just like, oh, Christ almighty. as I'm going to leave to get out the gate, I get a letter handed to me. You're in the shootout. So I'm like, oh, I've wrecked my car, wrecked John's car, now they've offered me to do a 12-round series.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Christ. Right, okay.
Dad, what we doing?
You was all for it, wasn't you?
Of course he was.
It was experience, that's
Yeah.
why.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Hard series.
I can imagine.
No Gordon and no Chris McGowan, which, no disrespect to everybody else, 2 top boys.
Well, they didn't do it.
No, they didn't believe in it. I don't think. I think they thought the philosophies and the reasons behind the shootout. It genuinely was to stop Gordon having a silver roof.
Yeah,
because he's won it. Yeah, he's won it.
Exact
so many
same
times.
as what they done with Frankie and
Yeah.
Tom Harris, isn't it?
Yeah, and I joined when the shootout had already started. He'd already won the shoot. I think he won the shootout twice or once or something like that. Gordon.
But he didn't believe in it.
He didn't need to do it either. He caught, shootout invites banger style driving as well. You can race until that last round and you just keep following each other in or on the brakes or on oppo and all sorts. So I'd done the shootout. Wasn't much to rave about until probably 3 rounds to go. I was in 3rd on my first year.
Wow.
So last meeting was a Bellevue. I was battling with John Palmer for 3rd. I actually could have won it. I didn't believe I could win it. I was at that point in my career where I was like, I'm not as good as Mickey. I was with Mickey Brennan, Luke Wrench, John Palmer, Aaron Veidt, Rob Mitchell, Matt Stoneman, wasn't it? It was quite a few decent drivers, like good drivers. And it was Wrenchy and Mickey Brennan fighting it out. I weren't up to their level yet. I wasn't. I had the opportunity to pick Wrenchy up in the heat.
Yeah.
I didn't go for it. I didn't believe in myself I could go and do that. I wasn't at that stage on the shower. We was at Bellevue. It's a wet, cold November Saturday night. And I just carried on. No, I didn't do them 2 to win it. But it come to the final, I rung him up and I'm still in 3rd. And it's between me and John Palmer. Now, this is the difference between like 700 quid, by the way. So I'm thinking like, that's a decent bit of money. Like, gets us started for next year. If John comes past you, pick him up, put him in, be done with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Get the money, get off home. No worries, all right. Green flag drops. Didn't listen to a word he said. Right, I'm behind John. I sat behind him. I'm just going to sit behind him. I got picked up, followed him.
Oh no!
Right, so I'm sitting there in a post now.
That's going to kill me.
Lost all the money here. But now I'm watching round. John's all out of control. Driving around. Some blue tops picked him up. I've followed him straight in out of nowhere. But when I mean followed in, he's gone like airborne on top of a post. The lot. So I'm sitting there cheering in my car because he's been followed in, and I got 3rd in the shootout my first year. So it actually worked out all right. So I rang him up. I went, I got 3rd. He went, did you follow him? I went, no, I got followed in. No, I didn't get followed in.
This guy, no, I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance.
Literally sitting right behind. I could just went for his back wheel. But I didn't even go in for it because I just thought it's just grief. But yeah, I got 3rd in my first year of the shootout. And that was it for a year and a bit, wasn't it? COVID.
Yeah.
So I started off, he come back, start 2020.
That done you a touch then, didn't it, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, it was COVID after he was allowed back. So end of 2019, I'd done the shootout. I'd done 3 meetings, COVID happened, and he was allowed back for them 3 meetings. I was gutted because we was just getting going, just like he was back in the swing of things. He's like first time racing back, and I nearly won the final first time out in the Randall Shell car. Nightmare that was, wasn't it? Lost a wheel. Getting in the lead from Red Top, by the way.
Oh no!
And this is a man who couldn't do shout at that point. I got in the lead of the Kingston qualifying round, wheel straight off.
Oh mate!
Yeah. So,
but that would give you confidence anyway.
Yeah, well,
I can actually do it.
Your
dad's back now as well.
I come off. I was gutted, and he was buzzing. He was over the moon. He was like, oh, "Fuck, you can drive, can't you?" I'm like, wow, well, you actually said that. That's a compliment. Wow. He goes, yeah, that car was flying. So, yeah, it was all right. And that was it, really. COVID stopped everyone, didn't they? So that it turned to sim racing again, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And then that was it, really. Done a few meetings at the end of the year, didn't we? But it was nothing to shout about. I had a new car.
We went all out, didn't we? For new cars.
Yeah.
With new cars.
Yeah, well,
We had
August 2020, when everyone was allowed slowly back racing. It was August time, wasn't it? Yeah, we started like in June or something, or July. But it was only like at Birmingham's when you had to wear masks and stuff, and only allowed 2 people with you. But as we got going, I was in my old tarmac car, which we started with. My dad went all out and bought a brand new RCE turnkey car, and it was pucker.
Well, a bit of help from Rob. Well, just me.
Oh no, yeah, Rob from Recycling.
Yeah.
Yeah, massive help. So I had that car sitting there, brand new RCE now. So you've then gone from that step of now you've got an old car, gone into a new car, and that car was honestly the best thing I've ever had.
Was it night and day different?
Yeah, not night and day. It was that little bit more you needed.
Yeah. That you thought sometimes, so I didn't quite have it there. This car had it.
I was running a Pinto with the old car. I'm now gone onto a Z-Tech.
Right, yeah.
I was running a Tranex box in the old car, wasn't I? Now gone to an Elite box.
Yeah.
All these things that we probably didn't start with because you're learning.
Well, you don't really fucking need it even start.
I've now got no excuses. That's the main thing.
Because of it?
Yeah, well, him and Rob.
Greenie,
yeah. He was, Rob was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was bang up for it then. Bang up for it, and he still messages me now today. Like, he actually messaged me today. I messaged him saying, I'm going on Tebs' podcast. He goes, oh my God, I love Tebs. But yeah, anyway, so end of 2020, not much. I won a few finals and got up to Superstar, which I hadn't done yet.
No.
So in the new car, it allowed me to get to Superstar to start 2021.
Yeah, Superstar and F2s, is that top
6?
top 6?
6.
Plus the champions?
6, silver and gold. So you got
just
6.
8 in general on it.
Yeah, 8. So you get 6 point scorers.
Yeah.
And then you got your silver and gold top.
What about the British and Euro?
No. European can be a blue top if you wanted.
Can they?
Yeah. British is red.
Right, got you. Yeah,
So,
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
go on.
the main for.
So yeah, you top 6 then, you in the points.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 2021. Did COVID happen again?
We did go into a second lockdown, yeah.
Yeah, COVID did happen. It started in May, didn't it? With the new car. Getting on all right. I ended up getting him. I got banned, didn't I? I got started with a new Shell car.
Yeah, we've done that through COVID.
Yeah, through COVID, yeah. So I had a new Webster Shell car. So we followed Webster's through my mini career. Mm-hmm. Billy was so good on Shell. So I followed. My dad had a good relationship with him. We got a Shell car from Billy. And wow, that was night and different again. So the car that Rob gave me for Shell was a really, really, really good car about 5 years prior to it.
Yeah.
But then as time evolved, the F2 started getting into beam axles.
What you got on there now?
Yeah. So they're stronger nerfs, everything's stronger about them, and that Randall kind of stayed with the independent suspension, which wasn't suited to my driving style because I'm a bit clumsy on Shell, to be honest. I like slapping it in with the back wheel, and if I hit the wall down the straight, but the car just wasn't probably up to the strength that it needed to be for a learner driver.
Yeah.
So we still had it, but we got a new Webster car, night and day different again because you could keep the wheels on it. So I wasn't actually that good on Shell, but I could finish. I went to a Mildenhall. I ended up parked on top of Gordon's bonnet in the first meeting, didn't I?
Oh, nice.
Drove like an idiot.
Nice.
Problem is, it was like a sprint car style car, so you had big down bars, like we do now, the Webster cars,
Yeah.
big down bars, and you could see the big top corner of the bumper. I had a RCE seat in it, where they're predominantly like...
laid right back, you know.
They're a little bit laid back, but they're just a bit of a lower cage, whereas the Webster car had bigger cage, because it's a Shell car, doesn't really matter. Higher it is. So I'm sitting quite low down in that, and it's about that much above me head. Couldn't see over the steering wheel. But we should have just got a new seat instead, to push me up. That's all we should have done. I couldn't see, so I spent a few meetings kind of getting to know where the wheels were without knowing where they are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does make sense to just change your seating position a little bit.
But we didn't do that because it was a brand new car and he wouldn't cut anything about either. Right? If the thing's been powder coated, nothing's changing. That is how you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to grips with it. I learned, it's so weird. I couldn't see anything, but I knew where they were in the end.
Yeah.
Comes to
You
June.
knock enough wheels off, you'll figure out where they are.
Yeah, but it wouldn't knock them off. You just end up crashing.
Right.
Because you can't, because it was that strong. It used to hurt you more than the car.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that car changed my Shell racing. I was still learning, but getting good. With the tarmac racing, we went to a Southwest qualifier. Ended up doing something completely stupid and ruining half my season. Getting banned for a month.
No.
Yeah, just one of them stupid things. One of the things in my racing career I regret. because I had a really fast tarmac car and I had a really good shell car, and I put myself in contention for most of the championship. I could, with the speed I had, not through driving, just through pure speed.
Yeah.
I could have done it.
You knew you would have had a good season.
I had a decent chance, yeah. And done something silly. And I've regretted that ever since, because the person who I'd done it to probably didn't deserve it either, from my part. So I'd done that, got a month ban, missed the UK Open, missed the British, and missed 4 World Qualifying rounds. My first meeting back to European, which then I went on to win, which started everything then. First race, second race went on show, wasn't it?
It's the same sort of pattern as a mini racing, wasn't it?
You just took that one. Because that race as well, you was in third, weren't you?
Well, yeah, it wasn't my race to win. No. So I always
Was
used
it
to be...
Webster?
Yeah, Webster and Charlie Tomlin were battling.
That's it.
I think Webster probably was a bit excited and went in for it. I just picked up the pieces. And it was so unexpected, because I wasn't ready to win that. Not a chance was I ready to win that. But I did, and I inherited it. So, best feeling ever, wasn't it? Because when you race, probably like yourself, like when you've won something, you're like, I wasn't expecting to win that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I've won a championship. So I was over the moon. My uncle won that one back in 99. So that was good. So I saw his name on the trophy, stuff like that. Dad was over the moon. And all this,
Well, you sort of stamp your name. You get a wing, you stamp your name, didn't you?
Yeah. So that was my comeback weekend, and I thought to myself, I'm not doing anything stupid now. I'm not doing anything to possibly disrupt my racing. You just got to go out and do what you do, and eventually we'll get there. So I got in the semi. I probably should have pushed for a little higher in the semi, because I had that shell car. I drove like an absolute idiot, to be honest. I just settled for like 5th or 6th, which then put me too far down the grid for the world final.
Yeah.
Ended up crashing on the first lap with James Riggle. Ended up like tangling wheels going down the straight and got a puncher. So it wasn't really my time for any of that. There was no shootout in that year because we missed the first couple of months and no one wanted to do the shootout. So that was my year.
Yeah, there was a few that didn't happen, did it? Was that too many people said no?
I think the shootout was probably a dying cause at that point.
Right.
It was definitely dying the next year, in 2022, when I won it. I won it virtually just me racing for it, which not many people know about. So I kind of don't see that as winning it.
Is that the silver roof, or is it the overall? That is the silver roof.
Yeah.
Right.
So one of the most privileged roofs. So we didn't race for it in 2021.
Yeah.
So
no one had it for 2022? Or did he keep it for 2 years?
Yeah, Renchi kept it again, didn't he? Yeah. He ran it for another year, I think.
Cushy.
I know. I had it that the other year. You feel a bit cheated though, don't you? You don't like.
Yeah,
you
didn't win it.
Yeah. So with that, 2022 starts. We've got a really fast tarmac car and a really fast shell car, and I'm still adamant about not seeing in the shell car. It's hindering me. You used to watch Dave Polly, and he was like a Bert Finnegan in our era. So Bert Finnegan was really good. All my dad ever goes on about a shell driver.
Yeah.
And in my era, Dave Polly was like that. He could pick the car up wherever he wanted. He could nerf shot someone. He could hit someone. He could go around the outside of someone. He could literally run the top of the track whilst everybody else was running down low. He was so good.
Proper shell boy.
And his car, he obviously sold a lot of cars off the back of himself. So I had the Webster car, but I couldn't see in it. I could not see. And I think Green Recycling helped us with the Polly car as well, didn't he? Yeah, so for 2022 I had a Polly car as well. But I had it from June onwards. But we planned from February to have one.
Yeah.
So going into 2022, I knew I had a good chance because I had the best equipment around me. I had a RCE, a Webster car and a Polly car. Literally all the tools for the job.
Literally.
I'm very privileged to have that. But yeah, it's just... in F2s, everybody has the equipment. So you need to just try and give yourself the best opportunity,
Yeah, you've got to have the best.
I'm obviously so lucky, like to have 3 top cars. And obviously, there was a lot of hours in the garage from my dad, who obviously, made it all happen. And John, can't forget John. John's still with us at this point. He's still doing all the hours in the garage, and he had to experience that year with me by himself. So I don't know how
he's still here.
I don't know how we've kept him on board. I think Tony's joined us at this point, isn't he? So Tony's joined us, which is his son. I suppose he brings
full time
once a week, innit?
What?
from Tony.
Oh, right.
To be fair though, Tony works unsociable hours, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a bus driver, so he works
shifts.
3 o'clock in the morning till
Yeah.
12. So he's knackered by the time John's in here trying to do the diff and stuff like that. But Tony does know. Tony in 2022, Tony, John, and my dad, and I'm starting to get a bit more involved now. I'm learning because he probably, when I was younger, was probably a hindrance to you in the garage, but like he's showing me a bit more in the garage. You know, he probably has a bit more time.
He needs someone else to do it.
You get a certain amount of hours per night.
Yeah.
And I haven't really got time to explain. I know it's wrong, but you haven't got time to
I
explain.
know what you're saying, especially how much you boys actually race. Like, especially if you've got 2 cars to get ready for that weekend, but then you know straight after you've got another 2 cars to make sure they're ready for that. So if you haven't got the time to actually sit down and explain what that is, what it does, why we're changing it, I know what you're saying. If it wasn't as full on, you would have a bit more time, but the F2s are fucking full on.
Proper.
Well, the way you boys do it, yeah.
Yeah, we went for it in 2022. We went for it big time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because your shale form was really good. And we thought, well, with the World Final bid at Kings Lynn, Polly always had the edge at Kings Lynn over us.
Always winning there, wasn't he?
He was like his place, wasn't it?
Mm.
And I thought, well, we're not going to lose, are we? We're going to end up buying a chassis, putting it together ourselves. If it don't work out, we'll sell it.
But there was a point of that year, right? So we started off, I had a really good start of the season. We then went out, there was busy weeks. There was like a Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And out of them 5 meetings, I won 3 finals. We've just got the polycar signed with them, and I went out in the Webster car and won a final at Kings Lynn. Yeah. And it was motoring.
So then you're in a rock and hard place, isn't you? You're like, do we persevere with the Poly one? Do we persevere with the Webster one?
We just carried on, didn't we? And just took kind of no notice of the polycar until it was fully ready and I've raced it, and then we could make our mind up. So I'm now racing throughout the year. Obviously, it gets to April. We're doing decent, well qualifying rounds. We're probably topping them. Just putting ourselves in a good position, and we're learning more and more, and I'm getting better with them myself. Where the boys in the garage kept taking me racing every week, it made me better. You know, you could race in better. If it rained, you wasn't too bothered. Even though I wasn't the best in the wet, kind of picked up a bit of pace here and there. Hard stock car racing conditions, they took me there, I'd get battered about and I'd still make it out the way to the front because they kept taking me week in, week out. Yeah. The more meetings you do in F2s, the better you get.
In any formula. And just F2s, but...
Yeah, it was just a commitment from them boys. They just kept taking me week in, week out. Doesn't matter where it was. Could have been a Milden on a Saturday, a Taunton on a Sunday. We went everywhere. And it come to the British Aldershot. We went practicing on the Wednesday, didn't we?
For gearing, because we didn't know what the gearing was going to be.
Never raced around there. I literally never been there before, and it's so close. So we went there, and I struggled so bad. They put the tyres out, so I'm running round, and you know where it goes off camber? Yeah. I'm falling down the camber. I'm like, Christ almighty, I'm in for a shock this Saturday. Racing for the British Championship. And then as I got there on the Sunday, they moved the tyres in for the hot rods. Dad done a lot of work in the garage to prep it, to think, because the car wasn't very good in the practice. Regardless of the gearing, it wasn't very good. And he got it bang on for that day. And that was, one of the best days racing I've probably ever had. I look back on it now, it's just unbelievable.
You just drove away after them first few laps, wasn't it?
Had a good few qualifying heats. It's busy track, isn't it? It's small, but it's hard to make momentum up on the leaders. And just come to me in the British. I popped Matt Stone wide, and probably one of my best wins because it was a very content drive. It was nothing silly. Yeah. And it was just a push.
Just done the job.
Perfect. And it was a really good afternoon. It was just, really good. And it was local, so it was only an hour home or hour and a bit. Depends when you get to Heathrow, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the British.
So that's your second major now?
Second major, yeah. And now when the summer months, you'll see, right? When the summer months come, Gordon gets good. It happens every year. We've noticed that, haven't we?
Well, he's a bit slow. Not slow, but he's...
A bit of a slow start. He's probably not taking it as serious. As soon as he gets to them months when them championships are coming, bang, it's like a switch. He's on it. He comes to Skeg weekend up. Well, I'm not fantastic. Car's gone off a little bit in the heat where it gets hot. I'm probably not the best driver to be tackling a car around in the heat. I'm just not the... I probably wasn't as good as some other boys then. It was a really good... I was getting there, though. 2022, I'd say, was probably my year. And, UK Open... That was the second one. Just literally falling into place, wasn't it? In that year, it was just went in there. We had a proper bad Saturday. Went on a Sunday, and they gave me my starting position from where I qualified through the heats. I looked at him. I was, I'm going to win this. He was on the outside. He goes, "I'll tell you where you're going. You're going on a post." Started laughing. I said, "Don't say that." And luckily, Gordon, Harley Burns, Jess Smith, and someone else took each other out. And I was behind James Riggle, who was super fast at Skeg. It was like his track. And I come in from like 4 car lengths back, hit him, and he bounced off the plating, and it stopped him in a parked car.
Oh.
And that was it. Then I was up the road. And then Liam Rennie, one of my good pals, he sat behind me. He's never won a championship before, and he's super fast. And he was tracking me down. And all he keeps telling me, right, when he winds me up. So my mirror was flapping down, and every lap apparently I was like flicking it up, like going
just
round.
seeing where he was.
Yeah, and he calls me the mirror flicker now. So he goes like, "I saw you, pal, flicking the mirror." Yeah, that was a really good one. Proper good that was as well.
That's a mega track. Skeg, watching them F2s around there, that's busy.
Yeah, and it's the best weekend. Like, you're sitting there on the lineup and everyone's doing, what is it? I don't even know what it's called now. Mine's gone blank. Mexican wave, that's it.
Oh.
Literally sitting there and about 5 minutes waiting because they're trying to get a Mexican wave going. So he's sitting there, I'm like, "Christ almighty, hurry up." We're like, "Way!" Going round.
It's not quite going round. Way.
Yes, yeah. Proper weekend, and that was a good one to get on board, that was, because if you don't, it's such a hard one to win, isn't it? Proper competitive.
Well, there's probably over 100 cars each time, isn't there?
Yeah.
Over 100 cars booked in?
Yeah, and your weekend could be ruined in the first heat by just getting smashed up by accident. It's just 40 car heats, and so we had a good one with that, really.
That's a quality 2 years, really, 2 year stint.
Yeah, so obviously I won the UK Open, but it got better from there again. So I went on to win my semi-final because I topped the points, and then I got third in the meeting final. So do you know how the semi-finals work?
No.
Highest person who finishes in the meeting final. So you have your top 10 from each semi-final.
Yeah.
Semi-1 get like a blue flag. Semi-2 get a red flag on the back of their car.
Yeah.
The highest person out of them 20 drivers. So say if Semi-1 finished third, but no one else from the semi-finals finished in front of him, that person in that semi-final, whoever finished third, gets to choose the inside or the outside.
Ah.
That's how it works.
Right.
And I finished third, and I finished in front of everyone else. So I chose the inside at King's Inn. So I was starting pole for the World Final at King's Inn. Whilst this happened, I've had a few meetings in the polycar, and it's...
Even better.
Yeah, it's quick, yeah. It is quick.
He's starting to compete with Dave, aren't you? And
I've popped Dave over a few cars now.
yeah, and it's, let's be fair, Dave was the benchmark for that year.
Yeah.
That's who you're aspiring to.
Was that the year he won the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've popped him, like Mildenhall and a few other stuff, I've popped him over a car, and we missed the European here, haven't we?
What, the defence?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rough weekend, mate. Polycar on the Saturday, won me heat. We thought we cooked it. So we stayed up most of the night, didn't we, getting the Webster car ready. But
come back here?
To come back on the Sunday for the European, for mid-defence. And little did we know, the lap times come out on Tuesday, and the polycar was like a tenth quicker than anyone. So I've gone back for the Webster car. Don't get me wrong, the Webster car was just as quick. Green flag drops, I pulled a really good position out.
So which one did you go?
Webster car. Because we thought we cooked the polycar, didn't we, in the heat. It got, when it maxed out the gauge, because I was revving it too hard again. But I won the heat, and it was really quick. Went back, got the Webster car, I hadn't used it in a while. But I pulled out a really good position out the hat for European. And I got in the lead.
So the European, you got to qualify through the heats, and then everyone that's qualified is out of a hat.
Top 20 in national points, seeded in.
Yeah.
You race a Saturday.
Yeah.
Then Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, you pick your number at that.
Right.
So I didn't even pull a good number. I started well at the back. Yeah, I started at the back, but I got into the lead. I got followed in full chat, and that was it. Then Gordon was up the road and gone, but Gordon didn't do it. It was Rob Mitchell. Right. It was a good shot. Done it because he thought he had a chance of winning. Yeah. So he's cut across.
So he's got rid of you.
He's got rid of me.
Yeah.
But he just didn't have a go at Gordon. And that was it then. I was gutted because I won the British. And my main aim that year, once I picked up the British, I thought, I wonder if I could have all 4 major titles. Obviously, nowhere near at the end of the season by the time you looked at it, only won 2 of them. Mm. But you actually think, I was winning it. So I was close to that one. And then obviously we'll come into the World Final, but I was winning that as well. And then, yeah. So we come on to the World Final now.
Which is Taunton.
No, this is King's Inn 2022.
Ah. Yes, yeah.
I was winning that. And then Dave took his chance, didn't he?
Took you both out, wasn't it?
No, he put me in a parked car. I'm racing round, got in the lead. It was really wet. It rained beforehand. But Dave is the more experienced man, and it's a lot easier hunting than it is to be the hunted.
100%.
Yeah, so I'm in the lead. Made a few mistakes with some back markers, and he's gone straight my nerve, put me in a parked car. He went on to win, and I come back to third. That was a good year. Like it was such a good experience the whole day. You've worked all year round to get onto that, and then it was just really good.
Well, the fact he was fighting for the win in the world.
He was more disheartened than me because he thought it was my time, but I kind of... It's
close, but when you've got Dave Polly behind you, an absolute shell specialist who's built your car.
He's a dick, though, isn't he? He's a proper dick.
The thing was, we was quicker than Dave on the night, and he knew it.
Well, that's why.
And it was like he knew he had his chance, and he was very good with it.
He's a stock car driver.
Yeah, he was good.
Some shot stopped me dead, just on the corner of the bumper, and I'm in first gear, ramming it in first gear, trying to get to him. He knew what he was doing. It's just all them years of experience.
Yeah,
and it was his night.
And you got to remember, Dave was chasing it for how many years, and that was his first world final.
Yeah, and look how long it took him.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that don't happen to me.
It might do. You don't know.
I'll be honest, I don't think I'll be doing it that long. I don't think I could. That's some commitment, isn't it? Same as Gordon.
Both Gordon and Dave.
Gordon didn't win it for years. So that was it. I won the silver roof, the shootout.
So they run the shootout that year.
Gordon said no.
Yeah.
Again, because he doesn't agree with it, which is completely understandable.
And he's only got one track to race at.
Yeah,
locally.
Much. Yeah. So I raced against Harley Burns, who ended up getting banned halfway through it, didn't he? Polly, who didn't do the tarmac. It was literally just me.
So it wasn't Polly, it was just you again.
Yeah, the way I looked at it that year, I won the grading points as well. So I kind of done.
Oh, so you did.
I done both ways.
You did it, yeah.
Didn't feel like an achievement though. Didn't feel like an achievement at all.
Grading points to beat Gordon in the grading points, boy.
Yeah, I had a good average as well, but it just didn't feel like an achievement. I want to race it. You want to race against the best, and get stuck in and do it properly if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it half-hearted. The only good positive out of that, come out with a silver roof and about $2,000, which was alright, wasn't it? But didn't race it. He wanted to get there. 2023 comes along. Standard year again, really. I've gone in as a silver roof. My dad's done the old tarmac car up with the chrome one, which I was talking about.
Yeah. Definitely ain't cutting that one up then.
Yeah, so...
Change the tyres.
Huh?
Change the tyres.
Yeah, went on to high flies that year.
All four.
Yeah. Them tyres there, which you said about the other day. Earlier. It was a pretty consistent start, but I'll be completely honest, going into that year, I think I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder. And I think I was probably a little bit too big for my boots. So I went in...
What, going in on the big I am for that year?
I think so, yeah. I think I went into it way too confident and cocky. You know, I'm this man who's won the British and silver, and I can do it. And yeah, I think it just all come on top of me that year, to be honest. I think it was way too big for my boots that year, and it never fell into my hands because, you know, when you get like that, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
And I look back at it now, you're like such a dick because you had it all in your hands. If you just work a bit harder and stop being you're worrying about what you're doing and everybody else thinking of you, just go do what you want to do. Just go race. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I started that year off and I fell out with Dave early on, Polly. And do you know what? He actually told me that. He told me that you're getting too big for your boots. Because you've won the silver roof, it doesn't mean anything. You need to settle down. And at the time I thought...
So he noticed it then and all.
Yeah. But like when you look back now, obviously I'm 24 now, but I'm maturing. I've matured so much since that year. And you just look back and think, what on earth was you doing? You're just such a dick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you are young. You are at the top of the F2s already at that young age. You know what I mean? You've got a load of older boys there that, you know, they are the masters at it. And you're keeping up with them. And at the age of 22, you got, you know, 3 banging cars there. It's probably quite hard not to be like that.
It's not the way to be.
22 is still a very young age.
It's just not the way to be, was it?
No.
I look at some people now, obviously, and I just think, I can't believe you act like that. When I think back, go, wow, I acted like that. Yeah. So you shouldn't really have an opinion, you know? So I really regret the way I acted that year, and that's probably why it went all wrong for me, to be honest. It only started coming good when I got humbled. Like when someone beats you, like Gordon beat me in the world final that year. And it humbled me massively, thinking, right, maybe I'm not where I think I am. Do you know what I mean? He pissed all over us that year in that Nuts Corner World Final. He pissed all over everyone, and I just sat down after that. I just thought maybe I'm not as good as I think. Maybe I need to take a little bit of a step back, look at myself, and go, right, you need to start again now. Don't care what anybody else thinks. You need to just go out, do your own thing, and whatever happens, happens. So the start of that year, obviously, just a quick brief overview because there's quite a lot that happened, which starts a lot of things.
Yeah.
So,
which is 2024.
2023. I lost my British to Gordon at Cowden Beef, but it was Cowdy. We kind of had no expectations. Again, though, I went with a big I am and thought I was going to do it. Wrong thinking. You're not going to beat Chris or Gordon around there without doing any prior like practice or racing, and they know that track like the back of their hands.
Man, and laps they've probably done around there.
Yeah.
Mental.
I nearly won the European. I went in for a massive last bender, missed. So Ricardo Schmidt won that. In the meantime, probably the most noticeable win was my granddad passed away probably in May. Massive supporter he was of me racing. He used to come everywhere, like randomly just turn up. You're right, boy. I'm like, right, granddad, how you doing? And he passed away in like around Skegness area. And a couple of weeks after, there was a Love F2S trophy, which was 1,500 quid to win, final. And I went and won it for him. And that was probably my best achievement that year. Because it was like, I won it in the town that he kind of died at. It was a bit weird, but like, it just all felt like it fell into place.
Yeah, it was right, yeah.
Yeah. Ended up like doing donuts and stuff. And I bought it. I bet everybody thought, what the fuck's he doing donuts for a final? You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a proper good win, wasn't it? Yeah. It was class. Proper class. It was just like meant something, you know?
Yeah. More than what a win could mean.
Yeah. Like unbelievable. And then like I had a picture of my granddad and a trophy in my room, like whilst I had because it was a Love F2s thing, and I've got the check in my room now. Still, it's like a big like American check style thing.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's like a thing for him because he was massive into our racing, like massive. He loved it. So yeah, that was the best thing I think happened to me in 2023. Well, I won that for him. I won my semi-final again after topping the points, or second in the points. This time I got the outside of the world final. Gordon got the inside. So where Gordon's so good, like so good, is he can control a race when he wants to. And he had me to a T that world final, and that's Gordon, didn't he?
He got his own back, didn't he? Because you done it to him at King's Lynn.
King's Lynn, yeah, I held him right out wide at King's Lynn. And we're like doing that. And as a green flag drop, I didn't steer. I lent him all the shit. And he went back to like 7th or 8th on the first bend. But Nuts Corner, he's so experienced and so clever. I'm at that time where I'm thinking I'm the bollocks. So I'm like revving, getting up next to him, and he's just sitting there, calm, cool, and collected. I'm like, I'm gonna get you, and just drove off. Just drove off. Every restart, I went in for him on one restart. Read me like a book. Way too good. Way too good. But again, though, that's what I'm saying. I needed that that thing of being humbled. And I think I knew deep down I needed it. Hard to admit at the time, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're just in amongst it all, and
especially if he's done you like that as well, and you think, you know what, this wave jar, I'm gonna have him, and he reads you like a book again. That'll fuck with you.
But this is
100%.
But this is where it's all like started now. So the Facebook stuff's probably started now, where like TikTok and stuff like that, where like memes are getting put up about you.
About you?
Yeah, there's a funny one, right? So I think some kids made it. It's hilarious. It's like out of some cartoon, and it's like watching Guinchard trying to catch Moody in the world final. And it's like me just running forever, just trying to catch something. But I'm like, it goes on for like 10 minutes. I just can't catch him. But like, this is where it's all started now. Right. I've put myself on front row world final twice, and I've become I'm getting up there and being known a bit more, but probably for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Which
is probably not good, because as a kid you always want to be the hero, right? You don't want to be the villain. And now I'm playing the villain role and Gordon's playing the hero.
Which before it was probably Gordon was the villain for a lot of it.
Yeah, Gordon's been a villain for years. When I was a kid, it was 50-50 split. Like when I was watching F2s, it was a big thing between like Polly doing Gordon, Speaky come back for a spell doing Gordon, you know. So it's everyone against Gordon.
Yeah.
So when you look back and think, well, I still am playing a villain role now, even to this day. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it's felt. Everybody loves Gordon, and you know, if I was a fan, I probably still would myself. He's a class act. So good to watch. And that's just the role I've kind of taken now. But it all stemmed from there. And then we done the shootout that year, and Gordon said yes.
Oh, here we go.
But it was a shortened series, wasn't it? No, it wasn't that year, was it? Full shootout.
So 12 rounds.
12 rounds.
Oh, that's brutal, isn't it?
Chris Burgoyne in it as well now.
Oh, wow.
Proper series.
And
So
you've
I'm
got
like-
the silver roof,
I've got the silver roof.
so they're going to come take it from you.
Nah. That's, well, there.
Is this the Bradford?
Yeah. Yeah. One thing, again, yeah, ridiculous really. But it was a good series, but this is the problem with the shootout. It invites things like that, and it's always going to happen. It's just the way it is. It happens with F1s, and everyone says it's brilliant when it happens to Tom. They never beat him, though. So it's the same sort of situation, you know. We're racing throughout the shootout, and it's hard racing. It was probably known as probably the best shootout for F2s. There's 4 people who could have won it. Me, Chris Burgoyne, Gordon, and Luke Wrench, wasn't it? And throughout the whole series, we was going at it like just normal racing. Got to about 3 rounds to go, and I started dishing it about a bit to Gordon, letting him know, and then I nearly put Chris Burgoyne in a parked car at Skegness in the final. It come to Bradford, I was leading it, Gordon was second, Chris Burgoyne was third, and Luke Wrench was fourth, but there was only about 5 points between us all. Proper close. The first heat, I managed to get a good place. And it come to the last race, and it was between me and Gordon. So a lot of people say, right, that this was planned, it was a meditated attack. What a load of bollocks.
Meditated
right?
attack?
Because
It's stock
he
car
was,
racing.
he was in the trailer with me beforehand going, I don't think you should follow him in. I think you should go race him and show him that you can race and show him you can beat him in a race. So I'm like, I'm just, Charlie, just, that's, yeah, sure, all right, Dad, no worries. And when you get strapped in, you're a completely different person, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
It was just a shame. Again, it just felt shit winning it.
That was a quality stock car move, I thought.
It's just the circumstances what happened where you got a bit hurt.
Yeah, but that's not...
Nah.
Everyone signs on that dotted line. It's stock car racing, stock car racing. You didn't put him in to hurt him. You went and won it.
Yeah, I went and won it. Yeah, I went and won it. But then the problem is, that's where the villain started bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the booing, right? So he's hurt. I've went and won the. I've carried on the. Well, I've done the move, and they took me back to the pits. And because it was a complete restart, they said I could go back out because nothing was damaged with my car. Nothing. I literally didn't have a punch or anything, did I? I just got out because I felt bad, and I was trying to. Because I saw when I'd done it, I saw his head go straight down. I thought, fucking hell, no, like. You're right.
Yeah.
Made sure he was all right, and yeah. So they said I could go back on. As I come back on track, the whole stadium booed. I thought, fucking hell. I could hear it, and I'm getting strapped and pulling my belts. I got a puncher. I won the. They dropped the checker flag. They announced I won it, and I went to stand on my roof, and the whole place booed the stadium down. I had beer thrown at me, a lot. I had people screaming at my face when I was walking up the hill. It was horrendous, proper bad. So that's happened. I'm now on the pace car with a trophy.
Oh, God.
I've dropped the trophy, and the whole stadium's cheered. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, man. It's like, I can't get any worse.
Yeah.
So I've come off. It's really hostile in the pits, isn't it? Proper hostile.
Mark's standing like that.
No, but he gave me a hug and said, I don't agree with what you've done, but because obviously I said go around race, but you done what you needed to do.
Yeah, you won.
You went and won it. So that made me feel a bit better, but I never went to hurt Gordon, which is, it kind of sat with me for a while in the winter because I was like, the way, I don't know, it's weird. It's like PTSD. You'd done him and I saw his head flop down. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was just horrible. And I didn't mean to hurt him. It was just, I wanted that silver roof so bad where he's kind of made me look silly all season.
The thing is as well, it's the first time that you've actually fought in a shootout properly. That's the thing as well. I mean, obviously it's been and done now, but I wouldn't thought twice about it. And if somebody done it to me,
but this is why I'm saying I'm a bit of an overthinker.
Yeah, I know
I'd
what
probably
you're saying,
take my mum's side a little bit. Then I'm a bit of a worrier.
Yeah.
My mum's a bit of a worrier.
If somebody done that to you, you'd be like, fair play. I would have done the same to you, mate. You
Yeah,
just got there first.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have remembered it because I was asleep.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So it's just hard, isn't it? Because again, as I said, as a kid, you want to be a hero. You've ended up being the villain.
But your time will change. There'll be someone else that comes up and your role will change.
But there were some quality moments in that shootout.
I
I parked 11 of the shootout drivers in a pile up in one bend, didn't I? At Skeg.
Yeah.
I kept it honestly.
Yeah, it was serious.
It was a serious shot.
Proper train.
I never get proud of myself for doing things like that, but that was a serious shot. I come back, bang, and they all just went, dunk, they all just stopped dead.
And you just
I just went up the inside. And then but that's the thing, when you're so close on points, every position matters to get away from them. Gordon probably still ended up getting second because he just manages to get back there. But yeah, and that was 2023 done. Nothing noticeable. Probably one of my worst years, wasn't it? Car wasn't very good. We was learning with the tyres. And
then you weren't happy with the shootout, even though you won it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'd say so. And I was behaving like an idiot. So I think we had a chat about that at Nuts Corner. We actually forgot about that. Nuts Corner, what happened, didn't we?
What, World Final?
Yeah, Sunday. I had a bad Saturday, obviously. I didn't finish the World Final.
Oh, you missed him?
No, someone picked me up and followed me in.
Oh.
Matt Stoneman, he owed me from the Ben Fund. I won the Ben Fund earlier in that year, but it wasn't really worth talking about. But I popped him away at the same time. He thought he'd get his own back in the World Final. Picked me up, followed me in, followed me all the way around the wall and drove through my nerf rail. That's fine. Went up to him, shook his hand. I said, "You owed me from that, didn't you, from Ben Fund?" He went, "Yep." I wouldn't have thought so. So the next day comes. I'm really struggling with the car, really struggling around there. Car's getting loose, so I'm not really getting any further forward. And throughout this time, I had a bit of an ongoing thing with Jack Witts. Jack Witts picked me up at Mildnall, right, and put me into a parked car, but it disintegrated the whole car. Back axle fell out of it, it fucked it. And it done a lot of damage, it cost a lot of money. So it was on my mind I was going to do him back, but it was just playing.
At some point, when it comes.
It was playing in the right time, and that was my time to do it that day. I was slow. He was quicker than me. He had more on the line than me. I thought I'd do it. Well, in the consolation, I knew in my mind before I was going to do it, but the consolation, Graham Fagan decided to start hitting me really hard. Consolation, you know what consolation's like? You're there to get in the final.
Yeah.
You know, you're not there to crash, bang and wallop for a 12th. You're there to get in the final, so then you can crash, bang, wallop in the final. And we're doing it for 12th. Bang, bang, bang. And I'm already getting frustrated. The car's bad enough. So he comes past and I hit him really hard. He goes in the wall backwards, ends up hurting himself. So that happens, and some stuff happens in the pits, but Graham comes over. Sorry about all the stuff in the pits. Stock car racing, I was probably a little bit due it, but I'm sure we'll see you sometime soon. I said, not a problem. That's sound. You've kind of sorted that out. I've kind of felt a bit better because he did hurt himself. Again, I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
Went in the wall backwards. Hurt himself. Before I go out in the final, someone tells me, don't they, that Shay Fagan's only going out there to do you. I completely forget about him because my main focus is Jack Witts.
You've got someone else focused.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, he can do whatever he wants. I start behind him. Completely forgot about him, right? And I genuinely mean this, right? I did. Because my main focus, I just want to get Jack. I owe him one and I want to get him big. They drop the green flag, I get Jack. Shay's on the front of it.
Oh no.
But I genuinely didn't mean to get Shay. I got Jack a good one and I'm parked in the fence with him. Shay's car's getting towed off as I've got out. And I said, what happened to him, Dad? He said, I think that might have been you. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
So you've done the pair of them.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, that's just a headache. And then obviously there's more stuff that happened in the pits.
Yeah.
I tried explaining to Shay, genuinely Shay, I did not mean to do you. I'm not being a pussy or anything like that. You was a casualty of war, I was going for him. And you've ended up on the front of it. You've both ended up with a bit of damage. That's how it all started. But do you remember when I told you about Graham Fagan doing me in John Palmer's car?
Yeah.
That's how it all started.
Right.
So we go on to 2024. I've won the silver. That's obviously, I forgot to tell you about the World Final. That's how that, probably a good time to tell you before we get on to
Before we move on,
2024. Started off good, won the first final out at Skegness, didn't I, in the tarmac car. Really good. And I felt a bit better in myself.
You're still in that same car now?
The chrome one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've started the year off and I probably feel a little bit better in myself.
Clear head.
New
year.
I'm happy in myself. I'm happy in the garage. Happy outside of racing, obviously, with my girlfriend and doing things. And just think I was in a better place, I think. 2023, I think it just all got on top of me and I was behaving like an idiot. In 2024, I think it's good to admit, though, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's obviously, a lot of people on Facebook see me as this arrogant kid, which I probably did see in 2023, but I'm completely, I fucking hate that person now. Do you know what I mean? I look at him on Facebook and I think, you fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Memory comes up.
Yeah, you're
Prick.
like, why? And you have a look at things you've done. Why did you do that? But yeah, anyway, so I'm happy. I'm doing really well at the start of the season 24. And I don't think there's anything really... I didn't really win anything in 24 up, and it was a stale year. But I felt good. Like,
Yeah, consistent in your racing.
Yeah.
Not managing to get the championships early on, but
The tarmac car struggled. It started off really good, and then we struggled with the tarmac car. Going to Venray, things like that. And yeah, just struggled a bit. The semi-finals were at Aldershot. The British that year was at... Where was the British in 24?
Greg won it at King's Inn.
I put it on pole for the British, but we had some bad luck in the championships. Gordon owed me from the shootout, and he was roughing me up a bit in the British, and he was bouncing me off the wall twice, and the ECU plug fell out.
oh,
So I was parked up. European, same thing happened again, didn't it? I went to wall ride to get around the wall. It was slushy. I've gone around the wall, so the plug fell out again.
you need to tape that up.
Well, we did after that.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I went and won the final after the European. But you learn, don't you?
Yeah.
UK Open, it died on me, didn't it? Before the green fuel pump, yeah. Going literally on the rolling lap. I'm sitting there, I'm like fourth row. All the other boys at the back. I had a really good day on the Saturday. And I've gone to drop green flag. I've gone like that. Steady. And yeah, literally. And then because I've slowed up, I'm in a massive part on the front of a train. Straight in, bang. I'm like, wow.
Your man's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Really consistent, but championships was just... You might as well not bother going.
It got to a point, yeah. It got to a point after that where we got to Aldershot. We went practicing in the rain before, didn't we? We struggled in the wet so bad. We had to go practicing to just try and find a little bit of speed.
What, waiting for a rainy day and then go practicing?
In case it rained for a
Well, I tell
semi,
you
we'd
what.
have been in trouble, man. We'd have been like, you weren't getting in the water fire if it rained. That's how bad.
Wow.
Proper bad. We went there and it rained all right at Aldershot. I remember sitting in a Tesco car park near Aldershot, and it was flooded. I thought this is the time to go wet testing. so we rolled the car out. Had a bit of help from Chris Bradbury, didn't we? Obviously Bradbury.
Yep.
He had a go in it, and we got it to somewhere near, and then it was really sunny for the semi-final, so it didn't really matter. I went and won that, and that was... I kind of sat there. I thought, this could actually be my year, this. Like, it's got to come good in a minute. So, oh God. So we've done that. Venray was a write-off. Absolutely shocking, which was after the semis. Waste of time. Yeah. Oh, cramp. But waste of time. Complete waste of time. I got 6th or something, or 7th in the World Cup, but I was just stale, just sitting there. But I still felt good within myself, but I was getting really, really pissed off with the racing at the same time. And my dad probably was at the same time as well. We made the decision we was going to pack up, didn't we?
What's that? Because you weren't getting anywhere in the championships?
No, I think it was
Just
very...
felt like we were tired of it. We'd done too much of it. We'd done too many meetings.
You fucking have.
It was
And it was
repetitive.
Yeah, enough's enough. Let's just have
You
a year.
have.
Let's have a year out of it, you know.
But I was ready to call it a day after World Final, regardless, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we both agreed to it. It was going to have... I think we both really agreed that it was going to be done, to be honest, because it was taking up all our life. It was so repetitive every week. You don't get to do your normal life stuff, do you? You know, like when racing's on. And you just don't get to do normal things. So I actually went into that World Final thinking, fucking hell, this could be it then. Done. Like, lovely. But I was in a really good frame of mind that World Final, wasn't I? I turned up on the Friday. We went testing beforehand. We've done a lot of testing, but I think you need to because the sport's so competitive. And where I was struggling a little bit with the car, we went testing. It was really, really good. It rained and it was
Especially
sunny.
to beat them local boys.
It was raining. It was really good in the practice when we went testing, and it was sunny during the same day. So you got the best of both worlds. It was quick in both, to be fair. And we went on the Friday because they have Friday night overseas sort of bollocks, and went out practicing. Fine-tuned it a tad more. I was happy with it. Put it in the trailer. I done one practice on the Saturday before the world final.
Just that final little. Yep, she's all right.
Bit of confidence in yourself as well. You know, get yourself familiar. You know, and you know, like it felt like everything was leading up to that. So I went to have a sit in my car by myself. I drove there in my road car. I sat there and I was just thinking to myself, like, you could do this. Like, you could really do this. Don't worry about any white noise. Just fucking do what you can do. And yeah, so had a lot of like good lucks and stuff from proper stock car boys. You know, Speaky, James Ragu previously won it. He drove me around on the parade. I was thinking, right, here we go. So he strapped me in. He said, good luck, and that was it. And I promise you now, it sounds so big-headed, but you would not get an easier world final to win. Would not get an easier. It was too good to be true.
It was
way too good to be true. He's sitting there racing, and I'm like, is there anyone
going to challenge?
Yeah, anything going to happen? I didn't really think of Shay Fagan because I forgot about it, really.
Well, that would have been a whole year ago by that point, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because did you not come across him before that? Well, you did, but nothing really.
Skeg weekend, he drove himself into the wall and loaded up, so I didn't get to cross him.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot about it.
You haven't, yeah.
No. So I never got to cross him. I'm racing round, way too good to be true. I'm just like, this is way too easy for a world final. Like, something bad has got to happen. And of course it did. But like, I've come up to him and sort of knew something was going to happen because he was waving people past. But I was waiting for the next corner where there was parked cars where he put me in. And I was going to hit him a bit harder just to shove him out the way. It was only 4 laps ago. I was a country mile in front. And I was in too much of a momentum, I suppose. So I drove past him cleanly. And that was it. It's history.
Rocket ship launched at you.
Yeah.
Straight in.
And he started ramming me when I was parked up. And this is another bit I don't like, the things I was doing afterwards. It was like, what on earth was you doing? Just like where the adrenaline's kicking in.
100%.
Just so annoying. Like, you couldn't even get me to dance on a night out. But now man's doing a chicken dance halfway down the straight.
So Chelsea, don't know, yeah. He's running down the track, Guinchard. Guinchard's running down the track, doing a chicken dance at Fagan, who's in the wall. And then jumps on top of his car and then tyres, whatever else, just keeps doing it. And I remember watching it and I was like, what are you doing, Charlie? I watched it and I was like, no. But I know the feeling.
So annoying.
I lost my head once and I just kept hitting this matey. And I watched it back and then I was like waving at him or something like that. And I watched it back on the GoPro and I was like, I'm so upset with myself. But it's just the adrenaline's firing through you, whether you've been done or you've just done someone, whatever it does to you in there. It's crazy, isn't it? You could have had a broken leg and you'd have still been running around doing it.
Yeah. And do you know what the most annoying thing is? It looked like I was holding my bollocks because I hurt myself. My race receiver had fell down my leg and I was still thinking about the 90 quid for the race receiver. So like, I'm going down the straight holding onto my leg, which looks like I'm holding onto my nuts.
Oh yeah.
Which is my race. I want to get that out there because I never said that before, but it was my race receiver, which is still connected to my headphones. I'm holding it going, get up there, you dick. Like, getting it up.
It looks like you keep readjusting yourself.
Yeah, what an idiot though. What an absolute dick. But, right, I say this to a lot of people when they go, you must be gutted. That's something I tell my kids about when I'm older. Because regardless of what he done, everybody knows that world final, I would have pissed it. So what? It is what it is. Let them crack on. They get enjoyment out of it, don't they? Doing it and doing whatever. And yeah, okay, I might have behaved in a manner which was probably a bit inappropriate, especially there was kids in the crowd and stuff like that, but another reason for people to slate me on Facebook, wasn't it? But it just is what it is. And I think after that world final, where we said we was going to pack up, we come that close. I think we couldn't, you know?
One more go.
One
more go.
Well, we had a few weeks off. He was proper pissed off with it. He was.
We had a fair few weeks off, didn't we?
Yeah, to October, my birthday, when the World of Shall come about. And I was serious.
Well, you didn't bother racing for a bit?
For a month and a bit. And I had my birthday.
Considering you're out there twice a week, every weekend.
Yeah. To get that close. I mean, I don't like admitting it, but to get that close.
Annoying, man.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah. But again, I kind of see it now. Like, I must have watched videos back about like 300 times. I reckon that the 20,000 views he's got on Facebook, it must be like half of them must be me.
Well, I've never watched it back. Never. I don't want to watch it back.
No.
It was just a good day as well, though. Like, my uncle's there, my auntie was there, my girlfriend was there. My girlfriend was well supportive. She was, yeah, obviously, yeah, she's the bollocks, and she knows how to calm me down in situations like that. Even like I get quite nervous before races, only because of the pressure I put myself under. Yeah. I want to do really well. If I don't do well, I feel like I've let everybody down. So she's absolutely spot on with them situations. Afterwards, she was bang on, and she was the perfect person to kind of have next to me when it was then the morning after. Because the problem is, I was driving back. Obviously, I drove there. I'm driving back to the hotel. I wasn't going back there Sunday. I was like, fuck this. I went back to the hotel, and I remember staring at the ceiling all night. I didn't sleep one bit. And I remember just going like, you just need to chill out a little bit. And then you start reading Facebook.
Oh no.
Right, and you start reading Facebook. But people like who don't say anything at the track suddenly grow like their voice on Facebook. Can't stand it. Just shut up. Why say anything on Facebook? Do you know what I mean? So that's happening. So everybody's mouthing off on Facebook, giving it some.
So you're looking at that even more, not being able to sleep.
And I'm winding myself up.
Oh no.
Obviously, things have happened with Matt Stoneman. He hasn't been given the win for other reasons or another.
Yeah.
Luke Wrench has now got a gold roof. I'm fucking fuming that he's got a gold roof. I'm like, he come third. I come first, really. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Christ. And yes, again, like going back to her, just you went home quite early, didn't you? And I stayed for lunch at there was a restaurant nearby, and we just sat there. She obviously goes one way up the M6, well M5, M6, and I go one way down the M5 and M4, M25 or something. Perfect person. Like I feel like obviously with previous people, she's been there and done it, and she's a bit older than me, so she can just talk me through everything.
Yeah, that's it.
With her brother, like Luke's obviously been like one of the top drivers, so she's just a perfect person to have there to calm me down, and she actually talks you through things, which oh yeah, maybe it ain't that bad after all. You know, it's good to have someone level-headed because he gets a little bit. Like, you know, like
in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like,
and then,
even raging, and she's like, what are you doing? Pack it in.
Give me a little slap.
Yeah, literally. So we had a few weeks off, and I had my birthday, and I was proper going for I was proper up for it.
I used both.
Yeah, we needed that couple of weeks off just to reset.
Just to reset, yeah.
Just to sort of, like I say, it becomes like you become robotic. When you race every week,
horrendous.
You come in here, well, we get our old garage. You come in Monday, you do a diff. Tuesday, you do tyres. Wednesday, you set up, and it's repetitive every single week, regardless what car you're racing.
Thursday, sort the trailer out. Friday, wash the car off. Saturday, load up. Saturday night, you're racing. Sunday, unload. It's full stop. And if you've got 2 meetings, you double fuck because you've got to go 2 lets of tyres.
Yeah. So you just need that break sometimes. It's a bit much sometimes.
Yeah. And well, the shower, yeah, fucking hell, proper G'd up for it. I was like, I've never been G'd up like that.
That's because you had time off.
I was G'd up, and I was like, I got a point to prove here. And yeah, we've done all right, haven't we? I've done a bit of a dirty move on Charlie Tomlin. Have you seen it?
No.
Good. But you probably like it.
I'll watch that. I'll watch that one.
I was flying, and I caught Charlie Tomlin up, levered him. Wasn't good enough. Parked car on the outside. I was level with him like that. I just went like that. It was a bit naughty, really.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
If you win, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's just a bit naughty, innit? Like, there's like a gentleman's code, I suppose, in F2s. But I've done what I've done, and it when I crossed the line winning that World of Shower, right, I couldn't stop crying because I knew he would have been happy.
Yeah.
And it was like point proven.
Yeah, exactly.
You can try and stop me, it ain't gonna happen, is it? Because I'll just carry on winning. And that's where I started to mature, I suppose, and start ignore things on Facebook and focus on what we're doing. Yeah. Right, maybe it is worth doing racing. Maybe it is like worth all the hard hours we do in the garage and all the sponsors help and stuff. But
you realise it's just one win. You know, it is the biggest one, but out of, say, the last 4 years where you've been dominating, that one world final is tiny, really. You know, it's it is the biggest race to lose, but you look at how much you have raced, it's gone, isn't it? It's done.
16 lap world champion or something, wasn't it? That's what they were saying. 19 lap world champion.
I mean, when you look at like the semi-finals, you win the domination in points, tallies and stuff. It's not really that important when you think about it. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely to win it, I guess.
But what do you dream as a kid?
Yeah, obviously the gold roof. Yeah, obviously.
Who wants a
that's
silver
what we're
roof,
in it
let's be
for.
honest.
Silver's harder to win than the gold.
Yeah, but who wants, as a kid, did you dream of a silver roof?
No, you don't. No, but
That's what I'm saying. It's so
when you're
hard.
older, you realise that silver is actually harder than gold.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, we know that financially as well. It's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. It's so much. It's mentally harder. But yeah, you want that gold roof, don't you?
Definitely.
So 2025 comes. Christ, how long have we been talking for now?
I don't know.
How many people do
we're
you
in
reckon?
2025. We've got a couple more points after that. So
How many people do you reckon we bored yet?
I'm not bored yet, so we'll be all right.
You're not.
Nah.
You cold yet?
I'm getting there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're all right. I've got trousers if it goes on too long. I'll get the trousers out. 2025, Dean, come on.
Return. 2024 shootout didn't happen, by the way. No one had the silver roof. They let me have it. There you go. So 2025, I sold. I forgot about that part. 2025, end of 2024, I sold the chrome car, the silver car.
Yep.
We kept my Pinto car, which I first started with, and that's what the car I raced today, the black car.
That one?
No, the tarmac car, which I raced in Venray when you was
Yeah.
there last year. That one. It's the one I started with.
Right.
So it's probably
Where was that then?
10-year-old now.
sitting in the corner of the garage.
What, you kept that? Yeah. Right.
We always kept it, and I thought when I get 5 minutes, we'll convert it to Z-Tech because it weren't worth nothing as a Pinto car.
Yeah. But they're not anymore, are they?
No, but yeah, back in that.
Nice.
What a weapon.
And why is that?
Suited them tyres because it was suited for 4 tyres, wasn't it? More well balanced car to 4 equal tyres.
Yeah.
My other car, which was a chrome car, is built for 3 equal tyres with a van tyre stuck on the outside.
Yeah. But now obviously you're all high flies all the way around.
Yeah. The only thing is with the black car, when I started, I obviously grew a little bit, probably outwards, when I compared to when I first started.
We all know about that.
I wasn't comfy, so we missed a few weeks. Still wasn't comfy. He ended up chucking me out, and I was a bit uncomfy till about May, and I hurt myself a little bit. Fucking elbow, right? It was out here like that,
Oh, that's the worst.
wasn't it?
Oh.
So I've had a crash, right? I've done what-
Self-inflicted though.
So he's on the flat pad doing the car, and I'd done whatever I'd done the night before, and I said to Jamie Lee, I said, my fucking elbow hurts. Shouldn't stop being a fanny. Just go, for fuck's sake. So I've gone. All right, nice. Car's on the flat pad, and I've looked at my arm. I can't move it. I'm like, what on earth has happened there? I've looked. I nearly felt
a
sick.
golf ball.
Yeah. He's looked at it and gone, fuck that. I can't look at that. Go in there. And we're right next to the ambulance. He goes, go in there. I can't look at that. So my arm's out here. I'm like, sorry. We might look at my arm and go, oh, Christ.
Is that bad?
Like out here, wasn't it? It was
not nice,
naughty. So I went. I wanted to watch the rest of the meeting, so I went A&E in the evening. it was fine, but where you're quite enclosed in the car, it obviously hit my elbow when I tried to put something in the night before.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted, as he did say.
Yeah.
Done my elbow. Sore, proper sore. So the elbow pads I started wearing. But obviously that happened in like May, April. It was just a steady start to the season. Obviously from a disappointing year previous. Same shower car.
Yeah.
That was the same. Yes, nothing really happened. Just a few bumpers and nerves, wasn't it?
Yeah, you was getting really good on dirt at that point, weren't you?
Yeah, I was probably my shower racing probably took a turn for like the best. Probably I was getting quite quick on shower, like proper dominant. To the point of
The one to beat, especially with Dave going to
Yeah.
F1s.
yeah.
Like we say, someone else moves off and you then take the spot.
Yeah, so yeah, that was it really. Oh, fuck me, man. I think obviously overall in 2025, I missed one Mildnall, but every other Mildnall after that one, every final Mildnall. But I didn't do the Mildnall because I was racing somewhere else.
And the one you didn't win.
Yeah, it was fast around Milton, all that car, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
I won a final at every shell track. Motoring.
Dominated.
Yeah, but like not in obviously a cocky way of me speaking in front of the camera. Look, that car was hooked up last year.
Yeah.
Like, proper good. I could put it anywhere I wanted. If it was wet and tacky, you could run up top. If you wanted to come down low when it was slick, you could literally hug the curb. It was unbelievable. So it comes to the major point of the season, European. I ended up trying to nerf Sid Madrick. Rode over his front wheel. He was fuming, my dad. I ripped the front axle out of it. The British I didn't go to because it was in Northern Ireland. The reason why I didn't go, do I say why I didn't go?
Just didn't want the drama.
Yeah.
Not worth the hassle. Nah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Not worth the hassle.
That's literally the perfect way of putting it.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the British. Ended up watching it from a hotel room with my girlfriend. I was fucking fuming because when you're watching a race, you're like, I should be there.
I should be in there, yeah.
So I didn't get a chance of winning that one. And then UK Open weekend is the first time I meet
the
boys.
The
boys. Yeah, so
fucking hell, you missiled into one of them.
Huh?
Missiled into one of them.
Yeah, but I wasn't going there to do that.
Well, it looked like you did.
I did, was I?
No.
I said to him in the week, I said, I can be completely honest. I don't mind crashing. I don't mind doing anything. I don't mind sitting on the infield all my life. I don't care about that. But what is the actual point? Like when you had your war with Smiths, you carried it on to a certain point and you thought, well, fuck, this is boring now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I didn't get to that point with them because I ended up doing something. But it's hard not to go into detail without going into detail and obviously provoking people and then going on and people saying stuff on social media. It's nothing like that. I'm just saying obviously a term of events. You're racing against 3 of them. I think one of them's a nice chap. I don't think you'd probably... Yeah, anyway. But you're racing against 3 of them or 4 of them, or there's quite a few of them. You're just not going to win that battle when you're a lone soldier.
Nah, you got no. You could be the best driver in the world. You might beat him in that one race, and then the next race they get you back.
Yeah.
You got no chance.
I went out of all intentions to race to give them the opportunity. Bearing in mind, I owe Shay from what he's done in the world final, and I went there with the intention to race because ultimately I want to win. Don't mind crashing, but not going to win against 4 of them. I come across Shay and. Yeah, went past him. You get the gist. Ended up winning the heat. Goes out in another heat. I got a 2nd or 3rd, didn't I? Didn't come across another one yet. We're parked quite close to each other in the pits, which is quite
That's
funny.
always fun.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
That's always fun.
Yeah.
You just go, oh no, we're stuck there.
Yeah, they just know that tensions are quite high. It's just. I don't want anything to happen in the pits because it's wrong. I think everything's just down the track.
100%.
So, I went out in the first heat on the Sunday. Went past Graham. Graham went over the curb and went for me. So then at that point, I knew I couldn't pass them clean, and I tried to pass them clean. So I gave them the opportunity to race clean, and it weren't going down that way. So what else are you meant to do? So I left it flat. And then obviously ended up wherever I ended up.
In the moon.
Yeah.
I'll have to show Chelsea that after.
But there was, again, no intentions of hurting him. I gave him the opportunity to race clean. And he didn't want to do that. He come in with it and he didn't make a good enough job of it. That's the problem. So with that, I made sure, I don't know, you don't get bullied.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You can't get bullied about it. If you show that you're prepared to be taken for a mug, you can't do that. So I've gone and done that. But part like that, obviously across the pits, he's come over. He's pretty sound. He's not, obviously nothing's kicking off or anything, which is pretty good. He's asked for a spare part, which is quite funny. I think that's a pretty stock car thing to do, isn't it? Like some people do that, don't they? I remember Mick Sauder doing it as a kid to John Palmer. It was fucking hilarious. But he's come over. There was no animosity across the 2 teams. Massive crowds, and I think it's probably what the crowd needed. He didn't make the UK Open. I made the UK Open, but my car was pretty bad. I started second row inside still, even though after not finishing that heat. So I had a pretty good, solid Saturday.
Yeah.
Fucking dog shit. It was awful. Went backwards. Went absolutely backwards. Liam Rennie smoked me. Gordon knocked me wide, smoked me. Dan Roots knocked me wide, smoked me. I'm just going further and further back. But what I didn't mention at the start of 2025, they've introduced a new series now for the Silver Roof. Shootout's dead. No one's doing it. 40 meetings.
Oh, I've heard about this, yeah.
40 meetings.
And certain ones, like a world qualifier.
World qualifier or championship counts towards your Silver Roof points.
Yeah.
So I'm in that race now because it counts as double points. So it's like 80... No, it would have been a 40-point final. You got every point matters. 40, 38, 36. So you think the further I'm going down, the less points. It's fucking nightmare. Gordon's quicker than me and he's flying up the road. Me and Gordon are the only ones doing it at this point. So it's me and him neck and neck from May till November. So I stick in there. And I had an opportunity. Shay was parked in the fence. He stopped. And I had an opportunity to drive through him. And I'd done it on purpose. Well, I didn't, because I'm not lowering myself down to that. Finished. And then the National comes about, and I put the car in the back of the trailer. And I got called a chicken and a fanny and a pussy and all this. I'm not going to go into detail, but when you see some of the things that was going on, no, not for me.
As you say, not worth the stress, isn't it? Not worth the stress.
No. So I had that, obviously, not going to Ireland, not racing a national, and I'm on this and I'm that. If you want to race against me, I race 53 times a year. If you want to race, we can race. It's not a problem. I'm literally here every weekend racing at multiple different tracks. If you want to race, get a Shell car. Come race Shell. It's no biggie. So after that, we went on we got the tarmac car quite good actually, didn't we? We went to like a Crimond and we really struggled, but made a few changes whilst we was there with the help of
this 2025. You've done that twice, didn't you? Or was it the Knockhill?
Yeah, yes. Oh man, fucking hell.
We've done some fucking travelling, them boys.
We went to Crimond Saturday, Sunday.
Which is like how much further than Logelly is that? And
3.5 hours.
It's right at the top of the country.
Aberdeen, past Aberdeen.
It's another 3 hours past Calden Beef, babe.
Right. So, and by the way, right.
Uphill,
yeah.
So, this track, right, there's a bull there called Bernie the Bull. A bull, by the way, like a cow. How funny is it? So I got to scrutineering and there's a herd of bulls led by Bernie. It's fucking hilarious. They were just coming through.
Through the track?
Yeah, they're coming through the scrutineering bay. Oh, what on earth's going on here? And Liam just went, that's Bernie.
That's Bernie.
So we was there, we made some good changes. We went Saturday, Sunday, Crimond, back home for work on Monday, back up to Knockhill on Wednesday, back home for 6 o'clock Thursday morning, back in the garage at night to get the car ready for Bristol Sunday. This is all in fight for the Silver Roof.
Right.
So obviously,
I didn't know why you were doing it. I just thought
I wasn't that keen.
Yeah,
I wasn't just doing it for the sake of it.
I didn't know they'd.
No, it's for the Silver Roof.
Right. Was Gordon following you around doing all this?
Yeah, but it was good because he had a bit of a do with Chris Burgoyne.
Oh, nice.
So right,
it was at that time. Yeah,
it was that time. Yeah. So I went to Crimond. I struggled. Liam cleared up. Went to Knockhill, mate. You know, have you ever drove it on R-Factor or anything?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's tight.
So we watched the first heat. I was in the second heat, and like everyone's like out of control, but they're fast. I'm like, fucking hell. So I drove on the track, never experienced anything. I was honestly Silver Roof, 23 years of age, out of control, and I was fucking like, whoa, I'm out of my depth here. And he looked at me and went, what on earth are you doing?
So I don't know.
Literally, I was just aiming. So you go into turn 3 and there's a bump, and as you hit the bump, it unsettles the car.
Yeah.
People like Chris Burgoyne, Stephen Burgoyne, people like that, they're holding their throttle in it sideways like that. And there's me blipping the throttle, like skating
All
around
over
on the
place.
back. He made some changes. And I watched a consolation. I spoke to a few boys like George McMillan. They said, the smoother you are, the better you are, the slower you are, the faster you are. No problem. Cool. I can do that. Gordon takes Chris Burgoyne out of the final. There's 2 positions. Right? I'm following George McMillan through, not touching a single car. I end up 3rd. I don't know how we done it that day because I was bang out of control, literally. But you know when everything falls in your lap, but like you so didn't deserve it. I got 3rd, so that made the trip well worth it. And then I got
especially with them 2 being out.
Yeah, obviously not in a bad way. Their war was quite hard last year, wasn't it? there were some big crashes. Like Chris drove through Gordon's stationary after that, and then Gordon, which is very rare to see from Gordon, retaliate. He's quite a classy driver. He's like he doesn't show anything bothers him, and he picked Chris up at Skegness and he let him know. Last World qualifying round, wasn't it? Proper done him. So yeah, so we're chasing the silver roof, and me and Gordon are going at it throughout the whole year. We both won our semi-finals again, both of us, for the 4th year running.
Front row
again. This time again, me on the outside, him on the inside at his own track, Cowdenbeath. I won a final there in March, and I've never ever won a race there, and I won a final in the rain in March. And Gordon was there for the silver roof. Stephen McGowan was there, and at that point, Stephen was the benchmark. He was proper quick, but it was wet. So we went and won. I won my semi-final at Taunton. Obviously, he won his semi-final at Taunton. Missed out in the final. None of my semi-final people even finished. We all crashed out, and they all got top 10. So they started on the inside. So Gordon's obviously rubbing his hands together at his own track. And, yeah.
We watched that live, didn't we? We watched that live, yeah.
We didn't really have an expectation going into it, to be honest, because I knew Gordon and Chris were the two experienced men. And I knew if I could settle in behind them, I could probably make something happen. Just probably not me making it happen.
No,
them
but you're
two
waiting
crash.
for them to, yeah. That's the best result, really.
Yeah.
Going into that weekend, that's your best result.
And I was third fastest to them. I was second, like they were the two fastest, and I was third fastest, which is quite good for an Englishman to go up there. But I just lacked that little bit of finesse at the end, which they had, and I couldn't live with them.
You didn't fucking gain anything on them. It was literally neck and neck, wasn't it? And then it was like one half a tenth, and then it'd be back, and then half a tenth. Was watching it, was like fucking hell.
And I was at one point, it's annoying because the green flag dropped, and I made sure I got 2 good starts. You don't want to be on the outside of a train when Gaudi. There's one place where you can, and it's, the problem. The thing that worries me is that you're ending your race so early on. The thing you've worked so hard for. At least the last thing you want to do, you just want to finish. So I've got to keep out of that fucking wall because they're like paper as it is. So if you hit the wall, you're taking everything out, like off it. So I got tucked in front of Chris, and there was a yellow flag. And Gordon was there in front. And I was thinking to myself,
you're going to be the cue ball.
No, if you really want to win this world final, you need to fuck him off. You need to do it. And I was prepared to do it because I felt like I did have the pace at that point. I didn't, obviously, by the end. But as I went to change into second gear, the gear stick was like on a nut, on a thread. And so first is down there, second's up there. As I've gone into second, it swung round. I completely missed the gear. I couldn't get it in gear, so it swung round on the nut, so it's like undoing itself. So I'm like trying to jam it in, and Chris has hit me, and it's fell into second. I'm sitting there, I'm just like, oh Christ, so he's fucked off, and now Chris is in front of me, and now I'm not going to be able to do anything with 2 Scottish people in front of me. I was just waiting for them to take each other out, you know, previous history in the year, just didn't happen.
Just couldn't catch each other, could they?
No, and then obviously, as I said to people as well, you're racing there, you're having your eyes where they are, and then you're having eyes where they are in front. So your eyes are everywhere. You haven't got a minute to think.
No.
You know what I mean?
Not in these things.
No, so you're like, who's waiting? Not making that mistake again. I'd rather ruin my own race than do that. And where are they? Are they too far away? No, they're not. It's fine, right. So, yeah.
In your mirror, is someone catching me? No.
Yeah, so one of them obviously stood on their brakes from a lap down again. But like, I said to Dad when the race finished, I said, thank fuck, I finished a world final. I couldn't finish one, didn't finish Nuts Corner. I finished third at Kings Lynn, but it was like no consolation really. But I finished third in the Cowdenbeath World Final, which I thought, with everything that was going on, was a pretty good finish.
Yeah, if you went into that weekend going into it saying I'm going to finish third, with everything going on and with them two, you'd be like, that's basically first place.
Yeah, it was it was pretty good, and you know, like, it was pretty good. I was going to say Sam, but it's probably not. It's probably not worth bringing up.
No, we'll leave that.
Yeah, it's best parking it. But yeah.
So then, moving on to that shootout series, then.
Yeah, we carried on all year. So Gordon got 100 points for winning that world final. So but me finishing the world final in third gave me 60, wasn't it? So you either take 60 points or do the rest of the meeting, or take 60 points, retire from the meeting, or don't take the 60 points and you can do the rest of the meeting and try and get as many points as you want. I took the 60, parked it up and went home. because the Sunday one, the national points, no point for the grief at all.
No.
Full touch.
So it would have only been one or two races on the Saturday.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would have counted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I think we was neck and neck for a while. We'd done the same amount of meetings because I missed, obviously, Nuts Corner, which was 2 rounds. And yeah, he won. He got some decent results at a few meetings I didn't do, and I got some good results at a few meetings he didn't do. And then it come down, I won a final at Mildenhall and he didn't finish. And then I got like a 5th or something from the national from lap down, he didn't finish.
Oh.
So that kind of like sealed the deal, and I think that probably... Yeah, he probably may have gave up at that point, but he probably won't admit that, obviously. No, but he probably he missed a few then after that to then compensate for the ones he made up, if you know what I mean, because he'd done a few more than me at that point. And then we went to Bradford, and everyone was saying to me, you won it. I said, I promise you now, right, with Gordon, it is not done until it is done. I said, I don't care when he says, I wish everybody would stop talking to me about it. Just race and just whatever happens. Because they keep saying, he's done. You're 100 and something points in front, which I was. I was 100 and something points in front. But I never tease it. I never go, fucking piss that. I don't need to worry about it now. Because
Is it double in the last one as well?
No, they removed that.
Right.
But he could do it. If anyone was going to do it, it'd be Gordon Moody, right? And this is what I was telling people. And they're like, no, don't be so daft. And I'm like, I promise you, if there's a man to win Heat, final and Grand National from lap down, it's number 7. Don't write him off. Well, the first lap of the World of Shower, he crashed out, took the axle out of it, so I ended up winning it. Oh, so it was a touch. And I did have to go to the last meeting. So, yeah, that was that. And come over and shook my hand. We talked for a bit. We very rarely talk because obviously he's quite like a competitor. He takes it very seriously, and
but it's weird because he's chilled as well at the same time, isn't it? He's very competitive, but at the same time he's very chilled. I think he's been in the game a long time. He's made all the mistakes you're making and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
He's dealt with bigger fish than Charlie Guincahrd. That's the way I look at it.
And probably he's dealt with 3 of them at the same time. A lot of the time.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
But yeah.
So that's just the way it was, yeah. So me and Gordon have a lot of respect for each other, I think. So
well, you need to. Two top of the sport.
Yeah, but he keeps mugging me off about Arsenal now. Obviously, I don't know if you follow football or not. Arsenal have bowled it, right? And he come up to us at Bristol, wasn't he? Laughing, like that.
You know what's funny? He probably only follows it just so he can mug you off. He ain't got a clue.
And the problem is I've got Tony on my team, right, who has a proper big mouth, and he's going on about Celtic and all sorts. I'm like, Tony, just shut up. Fucking hell, he's going to follow me in because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Nice. So that's the end of 2025 then. Silver roof.
Yep.
Nice. And now we can't, obviously we've got the shell car, which is not ready yet.
Yep.
But it's nearly there. So that's going to be your new one for 2026.
Yeah, sort of. World finals on Show, so we wanted to give us, obviously ourselves, the best chance.
Right, and that is getting one of these.
Yeah, you're just getting another one as well.
It's just an updated version of what you got behind the camera there.
It's probably identical, to be honest.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
Another Dave Poly chassis.
Just a few bits and bobs, but nothing's really changed. That Show car there, which is the current one I'm racing, that has served me so well.
So as you say, it's hard when it's serving you that well. It's hard to then.
It's just good to get new updated gear.
Yeah.
You know, like everything like is new.
Yeah.
So I've got a new tarmac car, which isn't obviously here at the minute. I've got a new tarmac car, and that should be out middle of May, and this should be out the weekend after.
Yeah.
So when everything's new. Brakes are new. You know, rose joints on the steering's new. Silly little things like that. Your belts are new. Everything's just new, isn't it? It's just a nice feeling that your car is new. With your old car, you're comfy and stuff because it's your car, but you just can't help. There's not a better feeling than a new car.
Yeah.
And
for one, the car, and for 2, you as well.
Yeah.
As you say, that bit of extra confidence knowing it is new.
Yeah. Well, I can crash more.
Yeah. Nice. So 2026, you're still both buzzing?
Yeah, I would say so more than ever, wouldn't you? Because the World Finals on Shale.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, you're giving yourself the best chance with this mad bit of machinery behind.
I know you get to see like new cars and stuff, but the work that goes into this stuff is ridiculous.
I don't race half as much as you, and it's already full time, so I know exactly what you boys are probably going
I'm
through.
sitting listening to it like
it's
new
disgusting.
car here, new car there, and it's like it ain't really that easy. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's him as well.
Yeah, of course.
So like the problem is as well. the tarmac and the shower car weren't fully complete from when the winter finished, so he's been trying to do it whilst he's been racing, which is hard work for him. You've been screwing about it, because you're just like, I just want to get them done.
Plays me
when they get to that stage and you're like, we're still not racing them, and you're still going out and racing the other cars, you ain't got as much time as you'd want. Definitely not.
See, I'm keen. Dad's keen. Sponsors are keen.
Custy.
Yeah, just want to race, I suppose. I've had a good start, so
nice. Well, we can't do a podcast with Ginch without talking about grip, which any picture you look at the minute from the winners, not because winners have your suits, they might do, but
yeah,
it's all grip now. Where did that even come about? Grip is a suit manufacturer, race suit manufacturer company.
Yep.
In the UK that does probably 80% of short oval now. Go on, how did that come about? 'Cause that's not even your full-time job, is it?
No. Second job. I've got to go home and design a suit when we get home, so that's gonna be long. It's probably gonna be yours.
Nice.
No, so it started. I've always wanted to do it. I've always had like a creative side to me. My dad bought me a vinyl cutter when I won the gold roof in the minis, didn't you? Like a sticker machine.
Yeah.
So like I've always designed on my computer. Obviously helps with R Factor when you're doing your skins and stuff like that. So it all stems from that. And I had a bit of a good relationship with Raceway Design. I ended up doing competitions with them.
Which was a suit manufacturer.
Got on really well. It got to a point where I was probably doing like 5 of them a month or something, like people just going out the door, and it was helping his business massively. And I just
What was you doing?
just running the competitions on Facebook.
Oh, the competitions, right?
Yeah, but like I was getting him so many orders. I was like, if I'm getting him that many and I'm not really taking much of a cut, maybe I should go try to do it myself.
Yeah.
Before I started doing it, I messaged him. I put a long message. Listen, thanks for giving me the opportunity to help you do the competitions and stuff like that. I'm going to go start doing my own thing now. I'd never say a bad word about Raceway Design. I'll still wear the suits as well because you've sponsored me, which I still did. So I started Grip. He was like, listen, thanks for telling me. Completely appreciate it. I thought it was going to happen. Bang, overnight, done. Started. I still wore my Raceway Design suits whilst Grip was still going on. And then my first customer was Liam Rennie and Charlie Sorda.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, that was
Early
it.
doors.
Yeah. So I had a Grip suit. And yeah, it literally just took off. And obviously with the help from my friends, my dad, obviously like with a bit of advice, and my girlfriend's family and my girlfriend, because they push it just as much as I do. It's become really, really successful in the short oval scene. Now grass track, now America, now New Zealand. So it's pushing out into all these kind of avenues. And yeah, it's not even my job, you know. It's literally, I'm doing a full-time job from 8 till 5 at a company called the Specialist Electrical Group, and then Grip from after garage. So I'll get home at what time do we leave? I leave a bit earlier than you, don't I? To allow a bit of time to do it. So I'll leave at like 8, have a shower, go in, and then don't stop till 1 o'clock. A bit like yourself with editing and stuff like that. But to push something to make it successful, that's what you have to do.
You need to put the time in.
The one thing I do not want to become is a messer.
No.
Because there's a lot of messes on Facebook, a lot of messes with businesses, and the last thing I want to do is become a messer. Hence why I put that extra bit of hard work in to ensure everyone is satisfied with the service they're getting.
Definitely. It's mad because obviously Raceway Design was doing it, but then I don't know if it's a younger approach at it or, you know, just a different view of it, and then all of a sudden everyone's got one.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the exact same product, but it's just the way you've marketed it, slightly different.
Yeah, it is. It's the logo's catchy, and would you relate Grip with, you know, racing, motorsport?
Yeah.
You know? So, obviously, yeah, we're looking to push into, like, different aspects of motorsport. Karting's a massive one.
Mate, but that's where the money is.
I'll go with my girlfriend's nephew, Alfie.
Yeah,
you know Alfie.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, man. And do you know what's funny, right? He wears grip gloves, and you're not meant to wear grip gloves because they're not the right rating. So we're SFI at the minute.
Yeah.
We're looking to push into FIA.
Yeah.
You have to wear FIA, I don't even know what it is now off the top of my head, karting gloves, but he bangs on the SFI ones just with grip on and then points them all across the camera, you know.
You know what cracks me up? They say about that, but their suits ain't fireproof. But you have to wear them gloves.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Don't. And I've like literally been through all the testing processes.
Yeah.
Like, this is not me bad mouthing any other companies or anything like that, but I've been through the stress of sorting everything out.
A lot of paperwork and stuff like that.
Yeah, and a lot of money.
Right. Okay.
A lot of money
Yeah.
and a lot of stress and a lot of like waiting about to get everything processed.
But once you're in,
Yeah, well, I'm on the SFI website.
yeah.
So if I wanted to, I could have gone to the meeting in, is it Indianapolis, I think? They have that big PRI show. Don't know what it is. It's like where all the main brands go. I got invited to go to that, to sit down with the SFI and talk about things that needed doing. So I could have done that. But, you know, logistically, it didn't really work out. But, yeah, like, I'm registered properly with the SFI.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, obviously, you know. But I've done it the right way.
Yeah.
Same as Spivron Designs. Me and
Yeah.
Spivron speak quite regularly.
Yeah.
Spivron's class, to be fair. So
They got some nice suits as well.
yeah, same sort of concept. His is probably a bit more professional looking, where we're more.
Well, more stock car, isn't it?
Yeah, not stock car, but we're more catered to what people want.
Yeah.
You know, I think Spivron kind of says, right, this is your design. I'm doing it. I'm going to make it the best I can make it look.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more like,
What do you want?
how do you want it?
Yeah.
You know.
Which is, it is more stock car. That's
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
That's what.
Just two
that's
different
what we
things,
want, yeah.
both the same.
Definitely. But you look at like the American boys, they want to look as professional as possible.
Yeah.
You know, whereas we're just like, we want to put a few sponsors on there, you know.
If it was my own way, I would do it the more professional way.
Right.
Like myself, I've got like a suit which is like one colour, like black, flow yellow and just grey, I think. But like, all the logos are one colour. No, like,
Just keep it a bit smarter.
yeah, just not in so much in your face, even though it is like a fluorescent colour.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. So we'll just talk about last point here. What's a weekly schedule here? To be running at the top in F2s, you know, one of the top drivers at the minute, you got three or four cars?
4 cars.
Four cars.
But it's not like going to stay like that. Just,
No, I know.
yeah,
You're in a
for everyone
period.
for like
You're in a
thinking,
period. At the minute.
Yeah.
That's fine. But what's the weekly schedule you got to keep your cars running at the front,
Wow.
including work
Do you
and
want me to
whatnot?
start?
Well, it's every night.
Every night you're here.
Every night in the racing season.
It's work first.
Yeah, work first. So I work long hours. Probably get here at 5 most nights, and everyone who comes here, so myself, John, Tony, Charlie, all have a job to do. So someone will be doing a diff, someone will be rebuilding an engine, someone will be. They all have got their own things to do.
You all got your designated jobs.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
if you're here on a Monday,
Yeah.
you all know what you're doing before you can get here.
Yes, we try and do it. So you see, like the Saturday before we go racing,
Yeah.
you know, if the car's done, we try and get like a little bit ahead. So we'll get the car on the ramp,
Yeah.
get the car on the ramp, so it's done. Get the wheels off it. So Monday when you walk in, you're straight on it. So like Saturday, we put the car in the trailer for Hennesford. That car there, I damaged it quite bad at Mildenhall, just rough and ready racing. Straight on the ramp, it's ready to be worked on, and obviously it's already had the diff taken out, the engine's been taken out, the front axle's already been changed. So you look at it, the first job you do is diff, straight in.
Ready for the next track.
Ready for the next track, yeah.
So there's an example, like what's it tonight, Tuesday night. So we've got an engine which we've got out on the floor, which we've had to put oil seals in, the diffs in, front beams in, and it's Tuesday night. So that gives us the rest of the week to fine tune it.
Yeah. Why one's fine tuning it, the other one's sorting tyres.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Just genuine jobs, things that like, so I try and take the jobs which are more mundane, which takes the stress off him.
Yeah.
You know, just general things. So I will take the diff out, I'll take the gearbox out, change the gears over in the gearbox. Dad's the man for the diffs. Dad's the man with the engine. Dad's the man with fine tuning it.
We try and keep as much as we can in house.
Yeah, that's the
That's
idea.
the plan, yeah.
For cost wise
Yeah.
and for time wise.
It's it's cost and convenience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you finish work at 5, you're not going anywhere to get anything done, are you? No, everywhere's shut. So we've got to be able to build an engine here. We've got to be able to rebuild the diff and gearbox here. We've got to be able to do absolutely everything here. And that's how it sort of works.
You build your own engines then?
He does.
Yeah.
They're all your engines.
Well, we were running Lindales.
Yeah.
And we've slowly gone over. We still use them, but the shell engines are mine, and my engine's in the new tarmac car. So, yeah, either or, it doesn't matter. Whatever one's freshest. Yeah.
Yeah. But either one, you're happy to work on it, get your hands stuck in it, and if it
no
needs
problem.
this doing, you're going to do it. That's
I've
it.
got some really good people around me who help me with stuff, machinists and stuff like that.
That's always.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm really fortunate to have known some really good people who've taught me over the years to do our own stuff, and it keeps it down for us.
100%.
Keeps the price down.
I'd say one thing and all. The one he put in the shower car was a fucking rocket ship. He won like 6 finals on a bounce. And he was shocked. He was like, wow.
Yeah.
think it was your first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First one.
It's that one.
Yeah, that one he's put in an awesome.
What can you do with the Z-Tex? In
Nothing.
F2s? Not a lot.
Bit of skimming.
Are you allowed to do the pistons?
No. You can run Brisker pistons, so you can bore it and use Brisker pistons.
Right.
Not many people do. I think they're a bit heavy, but yeah, it's just valve clearance and stuff like that, really.
Yeah. Cool, but they have to be pretty standard still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they take them apart at championships. Probably like Dean's well out on that for like you boys, isn't he?
I'm sure he just does it because it's beard twat.
It's good though.
No, it is good. It's good.
Keeps it
No,
all.
I do like that. Although the old man gets really wound up about it, he gets fuming. He's like, they're picking on us again. I'm like, it is what it is, Dad. I'd rather win it than get second.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to strip it.
It's a
what it
nightmare
is.
when you get second and get stripped, isn't it?
Yeah, Joe Giles, God bless his soul. He must have been stripped about 5 times in 1 year and he didn't win one championship.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
But he's one of the fastest men on track, and everyone, like, when it comes to championship now, like, he won the English and everyone's like, he ain't cheating, so.
He's related to Danny Hansford, isn't he?
Yeah, half brother.
That's it.
Yeah, Joe Giles is. But yeah, no, right. I'm happy with that. Very good.
That was long, wasn't it?
Very good. I don't know what time it is now.
But I can like proper talk, can't I? No, don't do that.
Nah, don't do it on here. Don't tell him.
You got to turn the phone round.
Yeah.
Right, thank you everyone for watching.
Cheers.
Thank you, Charlie.
Cheers.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for inviting us. Well, we invited ourselves, really. But thank you for accepting for us to come
And
in here.
sorry for talking so much shit.
Thank you for coming here, letting us come here, and yeah,
Spot.
thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next one.